Right, folks. We're just 2 minutes away from the show we've all been waiting for, The Lion's Den. You know it's about to be crazy, interesting, and downright hilarious tonight. If you've been here before, you already know why this is one of the few shows that keeps you glued to the screen the entire time. The host, fearless. What can I say? The man's a legend. Handsome, well-built, and an intellectual powerhouse. Quick-witted doesn't even begin to describe him. This guy handles every topic like a pro and never misses a beat. And you can't forget Keenal from Black Man Travels. Deep thinker, always dropping knowledge, bringing those big conversations that really make you sit back and reflect. He's all about opening up your mind to new perspectives. Oh, and when Ronan steps in, it's a whole different vibe. The man brings balance, discipline, and humor all wrapped into one. He's the kind of guy that can crack you up 1 second and drop wisdom the next. This is grown folks talk. No nonsense, no drama. Just real, respectful conversations. They get into the deep stuff, but they always respect everyone's viewpoint. You can trust the Lion's Den to bring real, unfiltered, adult conversations with that perfect mix of intellect and fun. You've got your popcorn ready, right? Because in just about a minute, this place is gonna light up. Get comfortable, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you're locked in. Let's go. The Lion's Den is about to start.
All right, it's almost time. I've been waiting for this all week. Is it just me, or does time slow down when you're waiting for the Lion's Den to start?
Come on, let's go. I got things to say tonight. I'm ready to hop on the panel. You better have subscribed already. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and smash the like by now, what are you waiting for? You gotta support the Den, people.
Hit that notification bell too, unless you want to miss out and hear about it later.
This is the show you don't want to miss. Every week I'm here waiting. The energy, the conversations, it's about to get real.
Tick tock, I swear this is the longest minute of my life.
Tick tock, tick tock. The panel tonight's gonna be fire. I can feel it. Who's joining tonight? Let's go. Hit that subscribe button already.
Yo, grab your popcorn, grab your drink. It's about to go down. You're not ready for what's coming. I got my snacks, my drink,
And I'm locked in.
Let's get this show started.
All right. Quiet down. The show's about to start. Everyone ready?
Silence. The Lion's Den is about to begin. Let's go.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are you guys doing tonight? Friday night. You know what's about to go down. So what's going on, Kanal?
It's cold as shit outside, man. It's like 25 degrees in Atlanta, man, and it's cold.
Snow down there?
Snow, nah. I mean, we don't get snow until probably what, January, February. We probably get one snow, but it's cold outside. It's cold.
It's cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's it looking like in Dallas there, Fearless?
We're holding it at a cool 47 degrees.
Yeah,
So
that's in
cool
Houston.
down.
We like that over here in Houston too.
Mhm.
But my mom had like 7 inches of blanket snow in Kansas City.
My goodness.
Wow.
So she sent me a picture right around Thanksgiving, and there was snow on the ground, bro. Heavy
Good thing
snow.
you're not in
I'm like,
Kansas
man,
anymore.
I know damn well that's why I moved down south. I said, nope, that's last year. I was going to deal with that 2 years ago. I said, I ain't doing it no more. So thank God for Texas weather.
Hey, Fearless, what's up with that beard you're growing, man? See, you got some facial hair growing. What's up with that?
It just got to be a little more distinguished,
Hey, we getting up there in
More
years, man.
distinguished,
You gotta have that little distinguished look. That baby face sometimes comes into play. You know, we can still look young, even though we're all Kunal, you're in your late 40s, and both me and
No, correction, mid 40s, not late 40s.
I'm sorry, sir. What is it? 46? You
46.
You just barely crept over the middle of 45, right?
Hey, mid 40s. I ain't trying to speed up my time, my age, man. Mid 40s. You guys in y'all 60s. I'm in my 40s, man. So.
Hey, I am not in my 60s, sir. I am not in my 60s. I am 47. Thank you. 47 is my age, and Fearless, you can keep that to yourself. I know you're about what, 52?
Not yet.
He said, shit, stop rushing me. So, fellas, we here to talk about this situation right here. Pop the Balloon show. This has been a national phenomenon, and so many different variations of the show that are going on right now. And kind of reflects what's going on in the dating market, and the women and men both that show up on the show their opinions of each other, and what they're looking for in mates. And I know it's a far cry from what we used to do when we were younger. You know, I know. Go ahead. Talk on it.
No, I mean, honestly, I don't think I could be single now. The way today's climate is,
right,
man, I'll be a monk. I'm sorry to say, I don't think I had the patience and the fortitude to deal with all the bullshit that is out there, man. What I'm seeing, it's just like, you know what? I'm glad I experienced my single life during the 90s, the early 2000s, the 2010s. Man, I enjoy the single life. Today, nah.
Why y'all think I'm in a rush? Man, I'm way too old to be playing around in this market. There ain't no way. A grown ass man like me at 57 years old didn't need to be out there doing anything crazy. You know, what about you, baby daddy?
I mean, Phyllis had it easy, man.
All the way, man. Very low effort. And I would not put a lot into it. And like I said, it like this show, we have one called the Hit and Run. That's what I'd be doing, hit and run. I would be putting a lot into it because I don't think I would get a lot back, and I think it would be a lot of wasted time.
I mean, guys.
Oh, wow.
Since when it became so difficult to go on dates? Like, what's up with all these bylaws and guidelines that you got to follow? Whatever happened, just getting the girl's number, right? You know, follow up, go to the movies, you know, go to Tony Roma's. That was like considered expensive back in the days. Going to Cheesecake Factory was expensive back in the days, but now it's like you got to spend about $800 just to entertain somebody. Like, whatever happened, just going back to the basics. What happened?
I don't know if it started off in the 80s when you started seeing Sweet 16 and all these different MTV shows showing these very super uber wealthy kids that are from popular parents and stuff like that, and how they were living. Then all of a sudden the expectation started creeping up on the parents of kids that they want that kind of lifestyle. They want that kind of party. They need to be given a car when they turn 16, 17. And the parents basically kowtowing to those kids. And it's just continued on through that. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, the 80s, I was a kid, so I can't relate to what you experienced.
So you didn't see a lot of spoiled kids around your block?
And I was raised in the projects, bro. So it wasn't a lot of spoiled kids. I mean, I was an immigrant living in the projects, man. Nah. Like, honestly, for me, it was really starting in the 90s. That's when I was able to start seeing, you know, different things. But even back then, you know, Miami back then in the 90s, you still lived in the hood. So the most expensive stuff you could see someone do is wearing Jordans back then.
Right.
Like wearing expensive sneakers, really, you know, but that's about it.
What about you?
I just did a video on this that I'm chopping up. And one is talking about rich, but let's just get to one of the points. One of the points is delayed gratification. There's some psychologists who did an experiment, and what the experiment was the marshmallow experiment. What they would do is they took a marshmallow and they said to the kid, hey, here's a marshmallow. If you wait 10 minutes and don't eat this marshmallow, you're going to get 2 marshmallows. What they found is the kids who ate it immediately were not successful. They needed instant gratifications. It was the kids who did the delayed gratifications that really became successful. In today's world, everything is about instant gratification. I don't want to work. I want to be a millionaire. I got to buy me a lottery ticket. I don't want to go to the gym. I'm going to go, I don't want to get the BBL from doing squats. I want to get it from a surgery. So we all do that, and they want the instant gratification. That's why your phone always beeps or bugs or does things like that, because we need to listen to that. And so in today's world, like you said, Kanal, nobody's waiting to get the number, to talk, to go out, to get to know someone. I got to know right then and there if we compatible. And, if you ain't spending no money on me today, then that's an indication that you're never going to spend money on me. If you didn't drop that bag and that Birkin bag on that first date, then I can assume that I'm never getting it.
But I mean, wow. I think for me, I'm all about finding a solution to the problem. when did this problem started? Because again, like when I was single in Chicago, 2002 to 2010, living the good life in Chicago, going to grad school, dude, going on a date was simple. We had the Chicago festivals during the summertime. You go to the park, do your coffee dates, your ice cream dates. You hit up the jazz shows, the poetry lounges. It was simple.
Right.
When did it like switched to like now I got to do this, I got to do that, or I got to pay for your babysitter and I got to get your nails done for you to go on a date? Like when all this stuff changed?
Easy.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I can tell you that. See, when you were 20, going on up to 25, in order for you to take somebody out, you had to work, you had to have a job. Your money was slow. Now you can go somebody like what that dude, Kai, I forgot his name, whoever they are.
Sign that.
Yeah, what's the other one's name? The young dude.
Ice Speed.
Yeah, Ice Speed. 16 years old, buying his mama's $1 million home. That's who you competing with now. So a girl, who you could say, hey, let's just get to know each other. That was great. But now you have a 20-year-old who's saying, I got $1 million and I can do this. You didn't have that. There was a time when you had to work to make some money. These guys are getting this so quick that told you that instant gratification that the women are saying, I don't want to wait 5 years. I need that. It's like, what's that commercial? Jay Wentworth. I want my money now. It's your money. Let's get it now.
Hey, real quick, let's go ahead and shout out the first super chat of the night by Brandon Hayes. $5 super chat. Does anyone know how other countries or cultures feel about this balloon show? Or is it a show just for entertainment for Black women and rage bait for Black men?
No, other countries are actually doing it. I seen
actually do it too. Yeah,
I seen them. I'm sorry. Go for it.
No. I just seen a Korean version. What have you seen?
No, I seen a Colombian version, a Brazilian version, a Dominican version. I seen a fucking England version. It's blowing up, man. The person that originally started it, she created a whole new like ball game. So it was like It's really big out there in these streets, man.
What about you, Fearless?
All over, but is it really a dating site? Because it seems to me to be
self-promotion.
Instagram plug, how can I
agree.
put you down and get my 15 seconds of fame? Things like that.
I agree with
but
you.
Aren't they having to fly those people out from wherever they're at?
No. They fly themselves out there so they can actually be on the show.
Wow.
Yeah, so they'll fly out to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. You have people coming from New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, Florida, flying out to Phoenix, Arizona. Ain't nothing in Phoenix, Arizona. Nothing. Just to be on the show. So their intentions off rip is not pure.
Right.
Let me address something real quick with Jack. Jack Wigfall says, is it really like that with the regular woman next door? There is no such thing as a regular woman next door. Because the regular woman next door is on Instagram. See, it used to be, your girl next door was the person nobody knew about. She lived next to you. She was like that undercover secret. You knew that she had a nice personality. She was like cute, wasn't like a 10, but she was like a good 7, 8. Natural beauty. The girl next door. Now that girl next door is on OnlyFans. Now that girl next door has Instagram and can go anywhere she wants. So she may have got raised in Idaho, but she is the hoe. I mean, it don't matter. Idaho didn't mean anything.
International hoe. International hoe at that.
Yeah. There is a woman who's a virgin that recently did over $5 million. $43 million in 1 year.
Yeah.
In 1 year, she done $43 million on OnlyFans because she's a virgin.
That's crazy work.
But she's selling her sexuality, hoping that guy could get that virginity from her.
The thing is, there are tons of girls that live next door, but they online going everywhere. So that girl next door that you think that was the nice girl, the quiet girl, she lived next door to you. Right. But the things where she at and what she doing is not next door.
Yeah, Jack, hey, Mary, brother, I know you've been with your girl for 25 years. We went through that story last night on the other show. But man, it's a different world out here, bro. when we were growing up, it was the top girl in the county, maybe the city. You might have saw her at a regional track meet or some kind of regional event, and that was the baddest chick in the area. Now it's international, statewide, and it's just worldwide pandemonium when it comes to this now.
I mean,
You know,
a perfect example would be, when I was traveling heavy, single. Now that I'm a married man, I got to put it out there. For every country, I used to pipeline. Dude, when I pipeline, I had access to women thousands and thousands of miles away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I landed, I already got things lined up. So this is 10 years ago, 5 years ago. So imagine how things are now when things are super interactive. Before, WhatsApp wasn't that big when I was doing it. You still had to do some of these online chats. But now we have all these different platforms where you can meet anyone across the globe. So that little innocent woman that you want that, is in Russia or in Brazil that the next door neighbor kid wants, dude, you have access to that. This is what it is.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
the girl right there, Sophie Rain.
Yep, Sophie Rain.
A devout
20 years
Christian
old.
and virgin has earned almost 40. How the hell can you say you still devout Christian and a virgin when you're making $43 million selling your sexuality? How is
Bible
that
studies.
a godly woman?
Bible studies.
She's
That is
been
not
blessed.
godly.
She is getting
Blessed.
blessed.
She's being blessed, but she's going straight to the pit of hell
Hey.
after the fact.
She's passing that. What you call it? She's
passing
collecting
the plate.
thighs.
She passing the collection plate for real, for real. Yes.
Man.
All right, fellas, we've been into this conversation about 17 minutes. You guys want to get to the first video?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, man.
All right, we're gonna go through a series of videos. I'm going to react to them and see how they're hitting.
Well, let's do this. I'm gonna give you guys the whole concept behind this.
Okay.
We're gonna go through a series of video clips, and we want the audience to be engaged. We want you to be truly engaged and tell us how you feel and what you see in these clips and share it in the comment section, guys. We need you guys to be highly engaged, highly involved in the comment section. And also, too, we're going to actually talk about it. We're going to open the line up and we're going to give you guys an opportunity to speak on it on the current dating market. And again, if you're married, single, whatever, we want to hear your thoughts. So we're going to play a series of videos, hear your thoughts on it. And, we're going to play guys and women. So we're not picking one side over the other. We're strictly focusing on the dating market, men and women. So this is not bashing women or bashing men. We're bashing both sexes. So let's do it.
All right. We're going to roll with the first one here.
All right. So what do we end up popping his?
The only thing is, I understand I'm short. I get that. I am pretty short, and I'm shorter, but it's just you're short too.
Mhm.
So that's it.
Okay.
Right.
And how tall are you?
I'm like 4'11".
Oh my God. Okay. And how tall are you again, Eddie?
5'9".
5'9".
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
I
man.
know, but you see, like,
See what?
He can look over your head.
yeah, but I can't, like,
So you
look
want to
up.
like tippy toe.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. All right. So we've got 3 guys left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
What are some areas in your life where you need to improve, or red flags? Either one.
Okay. We'll start there and then come down. Let's start over here. So what are some areas in your life that you need to improve, or what are some of your red flags, like his red flags? Okay.
All right, fellas.
Now, everyone, she's 4'11". I dated a 4'11" chick. I've dated one. They are short. They are really short, man. Wait, Fearless. Roland, have you dated someone else 4'11" or shorter?
Yes. As a matter of fact,
yeah.
the girl I'm looking at right now, she's only 4'9", bro.
Oh my God. Don't have kids, bro.
4'9".
Damn.
4'9".
But that chick was 4'11" vertically and horizontally.
I was waiting for you to comment on that. Okay. I was waiting on you to comment on that. So
guys,
that's crazy.
She's 4'11". The gentleman is 5'9".
Right. And
He's
complaining
basically
about his
a
height.
foot taller than her.
Mhm.
But she feels like he's still short.
That's
I mean,
insane.
what's the fascination about a guy's height? Like, what's the story behind that?
These women are stuck on this 666 thing, man. I don't know. I don't get it. You know, and so we're gonna hit Darnell first for the super chat. $2 super chat from Darnell. 70% of people who voted is lying, laughing my ass off, because I have a poll in here right now that says, do you have a problem dating in America? And right now my poll is stating 70% of men are saying no, and 30% are saying yes, they're having a problem here in America dating. So he's calling out the people in the poll answering in my room that they're capping. So
let's focus on the topic. So
we're gonna go back to this, and then we're gonna hit Brandon up, since Brandon's contributing and adding to that. Go ahead and take that one, Kano. That's your boy.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, Brandon. Do you think fascination is that black men hate watch this balloon show, and black women find it empowering, kind of like how women hate watch Kevin Samuels? We men found Kevin format empowering. Yeah, damn, that was a hard read, Brandon. Take next time, take your time writing. You know what? Honestly, I don't think it's a hate show. I don't think it's just what people think. You know, it kind of gives the real life disillusion of what people think what they want, and is not what they really want. So the fact that, you know, this 4'11" woman is hating on a man that is 5'9" is crazy. You know, the dude's a handsome guy, you know, and she's not a bad looking woman. But the fact that she's so fast, you know, she's kind of fixated on a guy being 6 feet or taller. I think nowadays 6 feet is considered short now. I think they want 6'5" or better. I mean, Fearless, what do you think?
I'm gonna agree with Brandon. Here's the thing, Brandon.
Okay.
Most of the time when those women walk out and they think they're going to be rejected, their thing is to reject first. So it's like, if I can reject him before he rejects me, then I've won power. So they don't feel like that. So for them to feel empowering, you know, women are groupthink. So a lot of times, if a guy walks out and it's just a woman, and a lot of women have started popping a balloon, they feel they have to pop their balloon.
I agree.
They don't think independent. You know, it's like, well, somebody else did it, somebody else. And I've tried to explain this to people when I say, if you've ever stood in line for something, like your two restaurants are next to each other, one has a long line, the other has nobody in. What restaurant do you go to?
The long line.
And most people go to the one with the long line because it's desired. So those women want they don't want to admit it, but women want a man who is desired by other women.
So question to the comment section. Do you agree with Fearless that women desire men that other women desire? Yes or no?
All right. So while y'all waiting on that answer, somebody shouted out a person that I had already previously loaded. So they must be reading my mind, because we in the Zen mode right now tonight. You know, so let's hear from the past. One of the progenitors of that in the manosphere.
How many children do you have?
3, and 3 baby daddies, and they all gang bang.
So what do you want as an outcome?
I want somebody that's loyal. What? It's really hard to find loyalty nowadays. You really can't find it at the next corner or none of that.
Loyal to what end? Like a husband? What are you talking about?
I want a husband. I want to get married, have kids.
Why,
I want to live in a
hold
house.
on. You're 39 with 3 children, right?
Yes.
Okay. You already have kids.
Yes.
How old is your youngest?
3 years old.
And you want more children?
Of course I do. I really want 6. Is something wrong with that?
What do you do for a living?
I get EDD.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I mean...
I don't know what that is.
Unemployment.
So you're an unemployed mother of three with three baby daddies, and you talking about you can't find a man?
Yes. I want somebody that's gonna help me. Like, you don't think that I could
It's
get that?
called Jesus.
I mean, sorry, but you don't think that I can get somebody to help me? You don't think a
Mm,
man is gonna love
it's
me?
called Jesus.
Huh?
Jesus.
So basically you telling me to call on Jesus.
And a therapist.
And I thought you was, well, can me and you be together then?
Sure. After you call on Jesus and the therapist and get a makeover.
Oh man, he lit her up for real.
Hey,
Damn.
rest in peace to Mr. Kevin
Samuels.
Samuels, man. Rest in peace, brother.
But he was dotting them back then, and it's still the same problem even with this balloon show.
Oh man, you know what? I'm reading the comment section. Everyone said yes to the question. So yeah.
That's how it is, you know. Women, but see, here's the thing: they say, how can a woman get with a man who's desired by a lot of other women, but then expect him to be faithful when all the other women are there being desired for him? But that's the mentality that they have, that they can be the one, so they go for it. And a lot of times with those women that go on that show, they're just proven here. I want what I cannot provide. And Kevin Samuels did say it best. He said, if you ask a woman what she wants out of a man, you can write a Bible. If you ask her what she is providing to a man, you can write that on a postage stamp.
Shit. Bro, I was just watching whatever podcast, and there was a situation where this girl was describing the type of man, and they have this software program. They punch in all these different parameters as she's asking. By the time she got done describing this perfect dude, he was a 0.0099 percentile type of guy. He's like, where the hell are you gonna find him at?
But it's not about that, Ron. It's not about finding them, because here's the thing. I'm the exception.
Always they are the exception.
Yeah, that's how it is. Every woman feels that they are the exception. Right. I can do what anybody else cannot do. I seen someone do it, and I'm able to do that same thing. I can get that man. I'm the exception to the rule. And so you get a big woman who feels that she can get with a man. She's been on a date with somebody at some time in her life. I mean, think about it. It doesn't even matter what ages. You take somebody like Lisa Ray. Lisa Ray's still saying, I'm in my 60s and I need somebody to pay all my bills. You're like, what do you mean?
That's ridiculous.
This is what I'm looking for. I need somebody to pay all my bills and take care of me. I'm not lowering my standards. So
But guys, this is my pushback. Who caused all of this disillusionment?
What you mean, feminism?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that? It wasn't men that caused all this?
Emotional damage.
Absolutely. Are you sure? I mean, it wasn't the other man that simp over these type of people, that praise these type of people, that kind of caused this whole dilemma?
No.
Do men even take any accountability in all
women
this?
Thinking now all of a sudden, because they have
I'm a PhD,
an education, and they can earn a living, all of a sudden they felt like now they can run a house, and because of hypergamy, now they demand the man to make more money. Now, as a woman makes more money, obviously it's going to be harder for her to hypergamy move up, because those men are in high demand. So it starts to get really delusional real fast. Then you got the women that are off kilter. They're overweight. They're short. They don't want to work out. But all of a sudden, because one dude might have been hard up and slept with her, now she's delusional that she can pull a 9 and a 10 because he was desperate one day and had beer goggles on. So now she's asphyxiated also with that high figure, high earner man, instead of marrying somebody where she should fit in at, an average, regular guy.
But I will say this, and I think the men who started making money fast, they did mess up the game.
Thank you.
The reason they messed up the game is because they started elevating women who should not have been elevated. You know, there used to be a standard. There used to be a time when you're like, oh, you know, you had to reach certain qualifications. Now
Right.
it's, I'm an ugly dude. I'm going for every,
I'm
you
just
know,
gonna
it's
hit
like the
anything that
guys that
moves.
go out of
Yeah.
the country. They go for anything that moves. And you're
Let's
like,
not-
bro, what are you doing?
Let's not attack the passport bros.
We're not
Hitting
attacking
the-
them.
I'm just saying.
But we know the quality
know.
of the pics that they taking pictures of too. But let's shout out Darnell for the $5 super chat. He said it's in the genes, I guess. Black Man Travels. Female nature wants dominant genes. Think back to high school jocks. Got first pick, followed by the bad boys.
And I would go with incorrect on that because I just brought that up yesterday. If a woman is only looking for, you know, those dominant genes, that good guy, the rational decision would say, I want a person who's going to provide. So I want the nerd. I want the guy who's going to stay with me through the long term. If I get pregnant, I know that he's not going to be in the streets. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be with me and he's going to be a provide. That's not how they think now. Now it's, you know, who can make me feel good at the moment? Who's going to give me that thrill? Who is that bad boy that does those things? I don't, you know, he can hit it today and be gone tomorrow. But I like him because every other woman is liking him and every other woman is hitting him. I remember when I was in school and there was a girl who was trying to, I guess, put me down to another new girl that was coming. She's like, girl, you don't want him. He be fucking everybody. She's like, oh, he does? Well,
I want some.
I want to know what that's like because
Yeah.
now she already put the reputation there for me.
Right. I want
It's
to know
funny.
how that feel.
It's funny because in school, you know, high school, I graduated class in 1996. Shout out to my class in 1996, high school.
Oh, geez.
Man, bro, when I was in high school, I was a dweeb, man. You know, besides being a wrestler, I was big on anime and all that stuff. And this is before like the anime comic books and shit. And yeah, man. So it was just like
the manga. Sorry,
I just remember the girls were never into me. Man. They liked the Pookies and they did like the Pookies and Ray Rays. They were in my school and they got a lot of ass.
Have Angie tell you last
But
night.
here's the kicker. 10 years later, high school reunion. I come back 10 years. I'm taller, bigger, older. It's like, man, all these Pookie and Ray Rays, half of them are dead, or some of them in prison. And I'm coming in looking clean, bro. The same ones that I wanted in high school. Hell the fuck no. I was like, I'm good.
Blown the fuck up, just worn the hell out.
And the crazy thing about it, guys, right before my 10-year high school reunion, I earned my MBA. So I was able to go back with an MBA, and it was just like, man, and just see like what women found attractive back then to how they look now and their current situation. I was like, man, you know what? Everything happened for a reason. So for all my late bloomers out there, man, continue to focus on you, man, because trust me, man, it's your time, man.
So we're gonna hit this video, but I'm gonna read one more super chat from Darnell because you know we love interaction with our peoples here. All right, Darnell, thank you for the $5 super chat. Black Man Travels has a good point. If I had an army of Brazilian supermodels chasing me, I would think I'm a black Brad Pitt, the exception to the rule. Okay. Good point.
Well, we already know there's a black Brad Pitt out there, so
yeah. Oh, wait. Which one are we throwing that one under the bus?
I thought QB was the black.
Yeah,
Brad
he
Pitt.
is the black Brad Pitt. You're absolutely right. So let me go ahead and play this next video, and this is going to be a change up. The brother has the power on the balloon show. None of the chicks pop their balloon, so now he gets to pop theirs and eliminate them.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more.
One more.
Okay, since we're here, we'll start here first. All right, if we can have your name and age.
My name is Renee. I'm 25.
And Renee, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
So I like your accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Philly.
I like your accent. I like your outfit today.
Thank you.
You're not my initial type because of the height, but like I said, I did like the things that you were saying. I like your accent. Very handsome.
Appreciate it. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right, so why did we end up popping her balloon?
Just not really my type for real.
Okay.
You feel me? That's really it though.
Yeah. So what makes her not really your usual type?
Tell the truth. She big than you.
She's a little more on the taller side. That's all.
She bigger than you.
Right.
Tell the truth.
All right, thank you. And then we did pop 2 more. Start over here. Your name and age.
I'm Kay. I'm 27.
Okay, and Kay, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
He just wasn't ugly. I like what he was talking about. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So now why did we end up popping hers?
Honestly, she looked good, but I don't like chest tats.
Respect it. I appreciate that though.
No problem.
And then you did pop 1 more down here. Your name and age, and why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Hello, Kia, 29. Good, how are you?
I'm well.
I couldn't really hear what you were saying, so I was just giving you an opportunity to hear a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, but is he your usual type?
He looks like my cousin. Shout out to my cousin TJ. Hey. But we're an attractive family, so you're not ugly. Yeah.
Okay. So why did we end up popping hers?
She looked good. I just ain't like the glitter around her chest.
Oh my God, I had that. Somebody has told me that before. I was like, wow, that's very, but I respect it. Yeah.
I mean, somebody else liked it earlier.
Exactly. They love my glitter, you know. I respect it. Nice to meet you.
No problem, you too.
Ooh, okay. Who popped? It was right here. Look at me walking past you. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Kamina, 27. It's just a glitter comment because I love glitter. Like, I was actually going to wear some around my chest, but I just didn't because I didn't have time. But
Right.
yeah, I love glitter.
Okay, but is he someone that is your type?
Yeah, he's very handsome, well-groomed. I love the way he dressed. The watch is nice. Yeah, he is.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So is she your type?
No, yeah, she look good. Yeah, I like a little chocolate woman.
Thank you.
But I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like the bangs hairstyle. Like, I want to see more of your face.
Oh, really? I just decided to do this hairstyle to try something new, so.
All right.
So what y'all think about that?
I want to go
man?
first. I'm going first. I'm going
Wait,
first.
Before you go first, since your boy Brandon is having a battle with Darnell between the rooms and the super chats, go ahead and read your boy Brandon's super chat.
All right. I guess this balloon show is a phenomenon. It's one case where our sisters created something dysfunctional that other cultures want to duplicate in their own culture. Usually, other cultures reject this sort of narcissism and entitlement. Not necessarily, man. Once you start traveling, you start realizing most cultures are pretty much Americanized. A lot of countries are very Americanized, man. This whole illusion that you go to this place and you're not gonna find modernized women is bullshit. You're gonna see them everywhere because you know why? We have the internet, we have social media. It's a lot more modernized than what you guys think, man. So the dysfunctional is all over the place. It's just up to you to have the discernment to read the bullshit early and run away from it. So can I go first?
Go ahead.
All right, man.
You're running the show right now. Go ahead.
I dated a girl that used to put glitter on her chest. I hated that shit, man. Everywhere we go is always fucking glitter on my clothes, man. And I'm like, damn. And it's like she had different colors. She had a green glitter, gold, silver, pink. She always put glitter like all over her chest and shit. That shit was tacky as hell. But she thought she was a star, man. But yo, she has some good ass pussy. But is what it is. So yeah, this whole glitter thing, man. I dated someone who used to do that. Is very, very tacky. And another thing, the first lady, she says the height thing, right? She's wearing like stilettos. Those were 6 inches. And that guy was still taller than her. So this shows instantly, even though the guy's still taller than her, she wanted a taller person. It was just like, okay, you're probably like 5'10" or 5'11". Dude, my ex was 6 feet tall. When she used to wear heels, she was 6'3", 6'4", top over me. But I didn't care. I kind of like tall women. But, to some people, they need to have that towering guy next to them. And I never understood that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Next.
Go ahead, Fearless.
But, I still think glitter on the chest, you don't pass up your wife because she got glitter on the chest. We just, And I think that's where it's getting to. We're in such a swipe right, swipe left society that glitter on the chest, you can't get past that. Not past it, but you could even say, baby, I don't like glitter on your chest. It's not what I like. See, we used to fix each other up.
Yeah,
we used to mold our women to what we like. Now, so I got to put this back on the guys. We trying to get our girls at the finish line. If you ain't the complete package when I meet you, then I can't deal with you. That's the same as what women do.
You used to some lazy ass shit to me.
Yeah, we used to take the girl and we used to say, well, let me show you how I like it. Let me show you how you need to make love to me, how I need you to dress for me. Man, and we would transform that girl into what we wanted. Now,
say this. Go ahead. I got a video for it, and then I'm going to follow it up after this video I play. But go ahead and finish up your point.
Yeah, but that's what we do. We used to have that time with it. Now we are so quick to get over it. We're not. And I'm just going to address D. Ward. D. Ward said, let me see, I'll put this. He said, young cats make some money. My younger well, not that one. Oh, yeah, this was it. My younger sister and her husband became millionaires in their 20s, probably neighbors of fearless. Well, see, here's the thing, probably. Your sister was fine with a nerd. She was cool with that. A lot of guys that I know, because I ran into some guys that were my neighbors, and they were millionaires by gaming. And they had no kind of social skills. They didn't even have a car, man. You would see these guys walking over the hill to Walmart, and you're like, that dude got a lot of money. He looked awkward, socially awkward, and couldn't do it. And a lot of women, no matter how much money you make, they'll take your money, but you're not giving them that thrill. I think back in the day, it used to coordinate. There was a correlation between the amount of money you had and the amount of alpha you had. Can I say it like that?
You can. I don't know, man.
So the alpha guy that was running a business had some swag to him. He had some, he came up through the ranks. Like you've been in the army. You never seen like a weak, I don't know, I'll guess. Have you seen like a weak general who was like passive and just like,
Not in the Marine Corps, no.
So you never seen it. But if a guy was just able to be appointed captain and didn't come up through the ranks, didn't have to go through that,
he would fail. He would not be able to succumb to the pressure that most society would put on him.
In society, those guys don't fail because they made money. They made money saying, hey, I sat at home in my basement all day and I figured out if I buy this Bitcoin and manipulate this, I can make money. And they became money without a great skill level or without any social skills. And that's what has happened. But go ahead, my friend.
Chicks are chasing the bag right now, and they don't care who's got it. If the nerds got it, the nerds got it, and that's who they're going to take it from, not the qualified guy. But
I want to address this comment before you go, Roland.
Okay,
guys, please stop this fantasy that you're gonna go out there overseas and find this timid, non-worldly woman that never experienced life. Please get that shit off, out of your head. I've been to over 45 countries, man. Listen, the world is a lot smarter than you think. I'm telling you this right now. Social media, from Instagram to TikTok to other platforms out there, they know what's going on in the United States. And I'm gonna tell you this: American women are like top tier benchmark. I'm gonna tell you this right now: the way that the American woman is, she is the benchmark across the globe. Most women from other countries want to.
That's a strong.
No. You have to understand. They admire the freedom, the pure freedom that they have to do what they want, when they want, and how they want it. I'm gonna tell you this right now. So yes, you can still find a woman that's gonna be traditional if that's something that you look for, but be realistic, man. I'm like, I don't want to see you guys going overseas having all these dreams, and you go out there and you hook up with a chick that's been ran through and thinking that because she made you rice and beans that she's a good wife. So
she
it was
gonna do
like
that anyway. So y'all don't.
yeah,
don't
yeah,
put
guys.
banana
You
in
have
the
to,
tailpipe thing.
one thing is for sure, man. Learn to separate culture. This is her culture. She's gonna do that for everybody. Then versus her doing it for you, like, hey, because I want to serve you. So it's important, man. Like again, all this fantasy is being sold to you guys. Stop listening to that, man. Go out there, travel, and experience it for yourself. But be realistic, because again, the world is a lot smarter than what you think, man. And trust me, a lot of women admire the American women. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
D Ward said, if I ever get divorced, I'm crawling under a rock. But let me play this video real quick. This is again, rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, digging into a brother's backside. And I'm gonna say why after he gets done with this video real quick. Hold on.
So you're a deadbeat.
No, really, not really, but
no, yes, really you are. You're a deadbeat. You're a deadbeat. You want a beautiful woman for free.
How come other guys get it free, Kevin?
We're not worried about other guys. We're talking about you, Nicholas. You came in here talking about whether gynocracy is an error, and you're a deadbeat. You just don't want to pay for it. You want it for free, i.e. you're a deadbeat. And your only standard is like, well, other guys can get it for free. Yeah, but they may be paying with a currency you don't have. It's called like social skills. Oh! They're paying for it. They're just not paying for it with the money. See, the problem is you. And I don't like cheap men who try to blame their problems on other things. You can be cheap, but you can't say you want beautiful women for free. You can say that, but you don't get them. You're going to pay sooner or later.
that's what the females tell me all the while, Kevin.
See, the problem is you lied. You said the gynocracy, and that's an outright lie. See, guys like you will come into my chat room talking about these women and these strags and these systems and this and that. And I've just shown through asking you questions that you are no better than the women you talk about in this regard. You're being disingenuous, sir.
Mm-hmm. Facts. You guys think you're going overseas and you getting these 9s and these 10s, but the proof is in actually the pictures that you're taking. The quality level of the women that you guys are going overseas to get are subpar at best.
Subpar mud ducks. And that's all I see.
A long time ago, mud ducks. You guys aren't even going with the pride that you're a fucking American. You have a blue passport that has a lot of weight in a lot of countries. You're already a fucking target. The minute you step off a plane and you don't carry yourself like that, your chest should be out. You should be standing tall as fuck when you walk into a country. So the fact that you guys are out here shopping for low brand, low network chicks that goddamn the local guys are laughing at you with makes no sense to me.
And they are laughing at you. They are laughing at you.
Especially for the price you're paying for these low grade chicks that they would not even pay. You're not even in the right areas to go and shop for the right type of woman, especially if you're looking for one that you want a solid relationship with. So again, what I was going to say when we were talking about, treating your girl right, if she's your girl, man, I used to pride myself in knowing what my girl likes. Like if I was planning a dinner, bro, I'd have a nice little outfit laid out on the fucking bed for her. I was a fucking simp, but I knew how to fucking simp right.
Wait. Let's take that back. You're not a simp taking care of your woman.
Listen.
No. Because we need to stop that. We need to stop that.
I understand that. I'm not taking it as a negative.
I know. But Roland,
I'm not taking it as a negative.
No. Roland, just hear me out.
They started simping was a bad thing. Tricking was a bad thing. Tricking is not a bad thing if it's applied towards a woman of value that you're getting something back for reciprocated. This is where you guys are fucking deluded at when you go overseas. Just like, you can't bring a chick back to the United States. You absolutely can if you fucking man enough to know how to vet them out. If you know you're picking a real goddamn woman and not one out of a fucking strip club, you can vet out a woman, you can bring her back here and she ain't going nowhere. So what you guys are calling simping and tricking is what we did, period. It was just part of the game. It was part of the lifestyle. It was part of how you courted a woman. You treated her nice. You bought her a nice little outfit. You did little things. You bought her flowers. Now, if you guys do that shit, oh man, you simping. No, nigga, he's not simping.
You know, the problem is you have this new age thinking that if you do something nice for someone that you are attracted to or someone that you like, that's considered simping. If you want to claim this person as your woman, you got to do what you got to do. Now, you know, again, if you want to cater to, you know, you got to court her, you want to do nice things for her, do it, man. Don't stop caring what other people think. Because, like, for me, bro, when I was traveling back and forth between here and DR, I was like, yo, listen, I have an interest in this one particular person. So guess what? I'm going to do I made that decision to court her. I knew right there I was going to court her. And now married with a son. Right. I knew right there in that decision that I was going to, this person I wanted to be with. And I was going to position myself to actually do that. But the thing is, now other men are shaming other men for doing those things. Either you do it here in the States or you do it overseas. If you have an interest in somebody, dude, show yourself to them. If that person doesn't show any, if that person doesn't reciprocate, dude, walk away. The problem is when you do these things and that person does not reciprocate or doesn't show any gratitude.
You're clinging on to that shit.
So,
like the guy we talked to last night, clinging on to a married woman. Like that's the only thing he could get in the middle of Atlanta, Georgia. Are you kidding me?
Milk and honey.
You clinging on to a married woman. Like that's the last thing you're going to die on the hill for versus all the single women that are around all of Atlanta.
Oh, yo, Fearless. Just want to say, man, you know, your brother dropped some serious weight, man. Going out with the wife, man, turning heads and stuff, man. Like, okay, I see everybody looking at you now. Like, yeah, goddamn, yeah. So I'm just saying, hey, guys, stay in the gym, man. Stay in the goddamn gym, boy.
I agree.
Wife noticing, she knows, like, okay, why is she staring at you? Like, I don't know.
Jump in here, brother. Jump in here. We done chained it up now. Bring it home on this point.
You got me thinking of yesterday, man, and I don't know why. It's just
that was a 7-hour labor of motherfucking pain trying to get them to understand.
Because I think my conclusion with that is some of you guys are, look, I'm not promoting myself, but I am going to have this video I'm about to drop in a little bit, and it's about, you know, how basically the traits where your kids make them rich. And some of it has to do with failure, man. A lot of people are afraid. They hold on to something because they're afraid to let it go because they're afraid to fail. And I don't know where this fear comes in, because when you're younger, that's what your parents are there for. You're supposed to be able to fail, be able to get back up. But the guy we were talking to yesterday, he was so afraid, like when we said, hey, are you and this chick on the same page? Are you loyal to this chick? He's like, yeah, I'm loyal to her. But then we said, well, is she loyal to you? He's like, well, I don't know. Hell, have you ever asked her to be? No. Well, when are you going to ask her to be? I'm starting the new year off right. I said, well, why the new year? And so it looks as though he paid for something for New Year's Eve for them to be together. And he's so afraid to ask the question prior to New Year because he won't get the answer that he wants. So he'd rather
he's scared to ask.
Yeah, he'd rather stay with someone who he doesn't know likes him because the alternative in his eyes are so bad. And a lot of guys out there, you guys are being with someone because you are afraid that there is no alternative. And just not in that. Y'all stay in jobs too long because you don't think you can get a better job. Stay with a girl too long because you don't think you can get a better girl. You know, you stay fat so long because you don't think you can work out and get in shape. All of those things are hindrances to you because you have this fear. And it even on these shows, man, You know, guys are so afraid that to say what they really feel. I just, you're not my type. I don't like you. You know, you're this. That they make up excuses. And so the women think, oh, it was just, the tall girl thinks, yeah, it's not because I'm tall and out of shape. It's just because of my height. It's because you're out of shape. Even the short girl, 4'11". It's because you 4'11" horizontally. It's because you're big. But we don't want the truth. We've sterilized it so much that nobody can handle that.
All right. Appreciate that. We're working on some things here.
Hey,
with these.
Roland, there's someone that wanted to answer the poll, but he can't because he's in Argentina. I guess he says, I get girls having fun in Argentina and the US. I don't get any if having fun. Okay. So basically he's having fun. Like he meet women in Argentina easily while having fun versus the United States. Well, Valentinas, forgive me if I butcher your name. One thing I learned about myself, wherever I go and I have fun, I'm gonna attract attention. So it doesn't matter where I'm at, domestic or overseas. I just go and have a good time, and I just don't give a fuck mentality. Like I don't care. I'm just here to have a good time. I don't care. I'm dancing by myself or drinking by myself, whatever. I'm gonna have a good time. And when you bring that positive energy out, I think you just attract people to you. Do you guys disagree or agree? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I always have a good time anywhere I go. I pretty much have a good time. I've never had an issue in any country I've ever been in. Never.
Well, here goes your problem, Valentino. And I know I'm mispronouncing your name. Here goes the issue. Some place like Argentina, some place like Colombia, places like that. There, you can go to a club and say half the women are beautiful, 8s and 10s. So a woman in that club has to use more than her looks to get you. She has looks don't mean anything. Well, when you come to the United States, you go to the club, and then you got 5% of the women that really look cute. Well, whenever you're in a place where you are in high demand, all of a sudden your cost goes way up. So if you're in the United States and everybody's fat, and that's why I tell guys, man, if you just kind of in shape, you already at the top 10%. Just you don't even have to have a six pack to bring you to the top 2%. So if you just the women here, if they're just above average, if they just not fat, I mean that's sad that we got there. If you just not fat and you kind of got your real hair, you already in the top 10%. And so those women become rarity. So diamonds are expensive not because everyone has it, it's because they're rare. So when you come to the United States, what the same comparable woman that you would get in Argentina, you think you can get here, but she's rare here. So her value is much higher.
Yeah. It's kind of like us when we go to Argentina or Colombia, we become exotic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, when I go to these countries, I'm dark skinned and I'm a big dude. So when I go there, I instantly stand out. So now I'm like, okay, wow,
and you're
he's
American, so they automatically think you're some type of an athlete. So that plays into it as well.
But still, guys, take care of yourself. Go to the gym, take care of your skin, take care of your smile, invest in yourself, travel, enjoy yourself.
All right, let's play this next video real quick.
You do look a little older, but how old are you again?
26.
26. You look older than 26, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And over here, we got a pop. Your name and age?
I'm John. I'm 27.
Okay.
Hi, John.
And John, why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I actually didn't think that you were indecisive or anything like that. I think, maybe it might be the nerves or something.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like the lifestyle that you said you wanted to live, like the countryside, farm and all that. I've lived in the city my whole life. I'm not a country person. Like I've tried it and I just wouldn't succeed in that. So just wanted to pop and not waste time.
Okay, no problem.
Makes sense. And now, is he someone that's your type?
No.
Okay, why not?
He looks a little gay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, if you're not, it's okay, but.
I mean, I'm here, right? Like.
So to confirm, you like women.
Like,
yeah.
He's on this lineup.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh, wow.
And I think, did we get a pop back here? Oh, yeah, we did. Let's head on back there.
That's crazy work. Did you hear what she said? Oh boy, thought he was dressed to the nines.
Well, I mean, guys, come on. Look at the outfit he's wearing. I mean, I can see, I can definitely see Phyllis wearing that outfit, man.
Oh, hell no.
Like, I can see Phyllis wearing that outfit, clean, walking down like, hey, look at me, bitch. It's like, what's up?
I can't do it. I wouldn't look. That's the thing. In my fantasy world, I always wish I could dress like Andre 3000. I can't do it. Just doesn't match with me.
Oh man.
But the
You know what I mean?
is, why is it that a woman always, if a guy doesn't like her, she attacks his masculinity?
Yeah,
that's the point of that one. Yeah.
You got to be gay. You got to be this. It's just, maybe I just not attracted to you. Why does that make me gay? I think that's, that's a way a woman who, and I've heard it when women say, well, his penis is small. Like, well, you've been waiting for 4 years. I mean, why did his penis become small now that he's not with you? And so, we downgrade people because I think that they try to make themselves look better by doing so.
And one thing is, it's kind of like a backhand compliment because they have gay friends.
Oh yeah,
they love their gay friends, but yet they use that same word as an insult towards you.
Correct.
All right, so we've had a couple guys, we've had a couple girls. Now I'm gonna put this woman on that tells the truth, and she calls it down the middle, both strikes and spares. So her name's Dana Dane. You ever heard of her? She's a TikTok person. By the way, TikTok's going away January 19th. They lost their appeal. So if you are a TikToker, you're about to get screwed. But let's play Dana right now.
Like, what happened? What happened with the chivalry? You see that bar? You see the bar full of men sitting down, literally just watching women in heels stand up. Like,
you want to know what happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. See, what y'all girls don't understand is that when men get online, they actually be paying attention to the stuff that y'all be saying and doing, right? Especially when attractive girls get online and say and do stuff. That's who they be focused on. So every time you see a pretty girl make a video and talk about how she be disgusted when men talk to her when she out, how she don't like it when men look at her, men have conversations with her, don't talk to her. Like, when she makes videos like that, the men are paying attention. When women like that are making videos, the men are paying attention, right? And so they figure, okay, well, this must be what it is. This must be what women want. Right? It don't matter about the women who ain't really that attractive who get online and be like, oh my God, we want you to talk to us when you out. Like they're not listening to you. They listening to the girls who they find attractive and what those girls are saying, right? So you can't counteract the girls who they find to be attractive and them saying silly stuff online. So back to the point. Because those girls are getting online and saying silly stuff like that, when men go out now, they not hollering at you, they not bothering you, and they not getting up out their seat to let you have it. You know why? Because you've gotten online and showed how entitled you are, and you've shown how disrespectful a lot of y'all are. Why would somebody want to give up their seat for you? Right? You knew you was going to be standing up when you put the heels on. It is what it is. But for y'all to think that you can keep getting online and saying all of this outrageous stuff so that you can be a girl's girl and get follows and likes from other women and think that this stuff is not going to show up in real life some kind of way, it is. See, here's the thing. When men get online and they try to give women advice and tell women about what type of women they like, what they're attracted to, what they want, women meet them with, oh my God, we don't care what you want. We don't care, right? Because you're a girl's girl and you're trying to impress other women. So for the sake of that, it going one ear and out the other. When men try to give you good advice about men that's trying to play you in real life and tell you that if a man just trying to go with the flow of BSing you about a title, he don't really want you, the way that's going in one ear and out the other, you think that that's what men doing too. But they not. They actually using social media to gauge how to deal with y'all in real life. And so because of that, that is the reason why I said When you going out, they ain't bothering you no more. When you going out, they ain't giving up their seat to you, right? Because remember when y'all get online and y'all try to make it seem like anybody who say anything to you must be trying to attack you. Remember that man versus bear? Remember, you can't just get on here and just be saying anything, right? And then think that ain't nobody gonna take it serious or think that there is some truth to what you be saying. So if you needed an answer to that question, there it is.
What y'all think about that? By the way, thank you, D Ward, for the $10 super sticker with the giggling lemon head. Because that shit was funny. She calls it right down the middle, man. She spares nobody.
A guy would not have a problem buying a girl a drink if it meant, hey, there was an attraction there, we can have a good conversation, things like that. But now it's to the point where,
what about that sugar bear sitting next to the girl you really want to talk to that's sitting there gatekeeping the fuck out of her?
Oh, yeah, I've had that before. But now it's about, I can go to the club with no money and there's an expectation that you're supposed to take care of me, that you're supposed to buy me drinks, that I'm entitled to that. And guys are just saying, nah, I'm okay. It'll cost me free to go home and be with Pornhub and get one off and buy you these drinks. It's just much easier.
I'm keeping it real with you guys. I don't buy drinks unless I feel like there's conversations being had and there's connection. I'm not offering a drink.
Mm-mm.
Nah. Now overseas, hell yeah, because I'm in festive mode, but domestically, nah. Unless we're both conversating and we're both enjoying each other's space, yes. You know what? Let's get some more drinks going. I'll pay for that. But just straight up using that as my angle to start a conversation, fuck no, I'm not doing that.
To me, that's just like leading with your wallet. If before you say hi, it's can I get you a drink? You just leading with your wallet. You paying for her time.
Yeah.
And once you make it transactional, it always becomes transactional. So I don't pay for your
fashion or form. Yes, it does. It stays that way. And she's going to find a way to increase it.
Mm-hmm.
If she's about that life.
So, I don't know. I see someone says, what's the clubs are empty and what's the purpose of clubs? I don't know anymore. To me, it's just, let me just go be seen. I went to a cigar lounge the other day, and when you looked around, it was everybody kind of had their own table.
Yeah.
They weren't interacting with nobody. They interacted with their phone more than they interacted.
They were
with
taking
anybody.
pictures for Instagram and TikTok, huh?
Look, I'll be the first to admit, the only time I dance when I'm overseas. I don't dance in the States. I do not dance in the United States because the club is no longer the environment to dance and socialize and smile and sweat. Dude, when I go overseas, I'm sweating, dancing, drinking, festive, partying. Stateside, man, bro, everyone's just standing up looking at each other or on their phones. Or they just talking amongst their own little groups. But overseas, man, dude, shit. Fearless, we traveled together a few times, man. We having a good time. We in Cuba taking shots from a goddamn bartenders and shit, dancing on the damn bar table, having a good time. That's what I like, man. But in the States, man, it's just we're just robots, man. We just kind of stay in our little own space and just look at each other.
That's sad. All right, y'all ready for the next video? Homeboy's up next. Let's do him right here.
He looks nice, well put together. The reason I popped was because the tattoos. A little too much tattoos. I like tattoos. I don't have any, but I do like them. But it's a look like the other ladies. You got a lot going on. So just a little too much. But other than that, that's why I popped. And I didn't see till he got up close that he had the grill. So I was like, when he started.
It's my teeth. It's in the grill.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my teeth.
Oh, well.
It's 30K.
no, I'm just playing.
It's 30K in my mouth.
Hey.
It's a house.
I know.
Oh my God. Oh.
So Mazia, is she someone that's your type?
About him spending 30K in his
Why
mouth.
not?
Her teeth.
Not trying to be disrespectful. It's just, I don't like how teeth like the buck. Yeah, the overbite.
Buck teeth.
Okay.
Not saying nothing disrespectful.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh,
are we that cynical now that we're judging people by their teeth?
Well, no, that's a dude who trying to lead with his wallet. He trying to say how much money I got in my mouth. Who cares how much fucking money you got in your mouth, man? And your mouth is not a house. That's crazy. And I think she just said they were not. I'm gonna be honest. They were not evenly yoked. That's it. They just weren't evenly yoked. You can tell by the way that she dressed and by the way that he dressed that they wouldn't be in the same place. It's nobody that she would say, hey, you know, I'd like to take him home and for him to meet my parents. You know, that's somebody that, that I don't really, that would be my bodyguard and not my man. That's about it. And he thought that that was a flex.
I mean, personally, brother, dude look like a fucking bona fide clown, man. That clanky ass jewelry, so-called 30,000 in his mouth. Whatever, bro. It's like you got the dye on your face, dye on your head, dude, with some tight ass pants and a tight ass shirt, bro. It's like, nah. And that's some clown shit, man. It's just like a lot of guys leave with their wallets. They go wild. They, you know, they got to show their Range Rover keys, their, you know, their Mercedes keys, or their Louis Vuitton bag out. I mean, that shit is clown shit, man. And you're not gonna get a woman that's gonna be really down for you acting this way.
No,
well, no, you get a woman. It's the type of woman that you get, you know, and this the same guy that would be upset.
Loyal. Should be loyal to that
he
woman.
would be upset and angry that a woman is coming after him for money. Yet that's the only thing that he presented that he has.
Bro, look, I'm gonna give you I got some of them stories, man. Look, this is grad school in Chicago. This you know, I'm seeing this girl, but she's seeing this other dude. This dude was a big time lawyer. So he used to always brag about what he has or whatever. So I'd be in a crib banging her down, man. This dude be calling her saying, hey, I'm gonna take you this, I'm gonna take you shopping, all that. Dude, I'm a broke ass college kid, man. And it's just like he led with his wallet constantly. So one day, I guess he went to like a Roof Chris or some shit. So she called and was like, listen, if you have Roof Chris, I got my friend here, which she thought, you know, he thought I was a girl or whatever. Can you bring him up, you know, bring a plate of food? So I picked my meal. Oh, guess what the nigga did? He brought the damn meal. And I ate that shit, man. And I'm still banging her. She went downstairs to pick up the meal, came back upstairs. What a clown, man. He led with his wallet. And I'm like a broke college grad kid, like just like, hey, I'm just spending time with her. So guys, never leave with your wallet, because trust me, if she wants you, she doesn't care what situation that you're in, dog. She want to be with you, she's gonna be with you.
D Ward, let me help address you, brother. D Ward says, I'm not flexing. You know, it's just simply, I don't remember being that hard to get some chicks on the dance floor. Well, here's the problem, D Ward. The only chicks that's dancing on the dance floor now are big chicks, and they dancing amongst themselves.
Yeah.
The girls who look pretty are not trying to get their hair sweated out. They're not trying to do nothing. They want to look good by sitting in the one seat with that one drink, taking pictures like this. So that's all they want to do. Exactly. So she's not going to dance with you because, you know, she has a certain look to go, and she's looking around to make sure that if she dances with you, that might inhibit her interaction with all the other people out there that she can get drinks from. So she never wants to be exclusive with you. So you can go talk to her. She'll give you the IG, and she'll stay there all night collecting IGs and sending out to do that and getting drinks. But to put herself out to be with you, no, man, that interferes with how it's going to react with everyone else.
Facts.
Personally, I think it's an instant turn off if a woman constantly take her phone out and take pictures. That's an instant turn off for me.
So we must be all on the same wavelength. This is stuff we're saying right now in 2024. Let's hear from Kevin Samuels and what he was saying to men.
One of the worst things we can do as men is to be with women who don't want us. I've been in that position too. I have simped. I have done stuff. I've been in the friend zone. I've done all that kind of stuff. And I will tell you, gentlemen, don't do it. Never do that. It's never a good idea. Stop trying to win women over. And see, that's the beautiful thing about becoming a high value man. You don't have to win women over. You deal with the women who show interest in you and want to get on your program and are proving their worth to you. See, you had to work to become a high value man. You don't have to work for a woman. A woman has to work for your last name. She has to work for your ring. She has to work for your commitment. This is the game, because we grew up in Disney and we were told that it was us that needed to do the other. That's why they hate these channels. They hate the channels where we start telling men, no, 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 no. If you have made yourself in the top 20%, top 10% of men, the rules are different for you. The rules are different for you. You're special. You deserve everything that the world has to offer and more, because you are a leader or a future leader of industry and the world. It is men like you that give the rest of the world meaning.
Right. And guys, this past couple of weeks, there was the Afrotech in Texas. They hosted the Afrotech. Do you know they did a demographic survey? The number of women that actually attended Afrotech this year has been the highest since the inception of Afrotech. And do you know one of the primary reasons why they're going to Afrotech?
They're trying to find a man.
They trying to find the fucking nerds, man. They trying to find us, man.
Yeah.
They trying to find the nerds.
Us.
They trying to find us lame ass dudes in these Afrotech. Because you know why? Because they realize the ones who are winning were the ones that were getting picked on. They're now the winners. They're the ones that are actually making things happen. So guess what? Their registration of number of women attending Afrotech has gone up by 50% because they realize, hey, this is a place where you got to go meet the man with money. Man with got something good going for himself. Fuck the clubs. We're going to Afrotech.
Yeah, it just seems like we're all on one accord. As you get older, you start having these wisdom moments, these epiphanies. You start realizing how many times you had turned your wheels. I call it life lessons. Y'all are doomed to continue to repeat life lessons until you fucking learn them. Then once you learn them, they go in your quiver, they go in your gun belt, they go in whatever you want to call it as an asset. But a lot of you guys keep spinning your wheels and you're bumping your heads like the gentleman from last night that we were talking to. And until he learns those life lessons, he's going to keep on spinning his wheels in place, acting like he's going somewhere and he ain't going nowhere.
I mean, personally, you guys have a lot of patience to deal with that dude, because I would have hung up on him. I told Felix as many times, like, you got a lot of patience, man. It's like, I don't have it, man. Man, that was hard. That was a hard listen, man.
Listen, hard. You try to be there doing
with it. What you mean?
Man, I was like I keep telling Phyllis, bro, you got a lot of patience, man, because I can't do it.
And then you got women that are sitting there cackling, like the women are cackling, trying to be protective, but also trying to be mothering, and they coming up with all kind of wild ass scenarios that do not apply to the question and the topic we were dealing with.
But here's the thing, you know what? This is a microcosm of how the things in the world are. Mm-hmm. When you can look at a man, you know that he's wrong. Other men try to correct it and they try to do it, but the women keep coddling and saying, oh, it's okay. What you're doing is all right. You're doing it slow. You're doing this. When a guy say, man, what you're doing is stupid. Men out there, this is the difference between having a father that tells you what to do and having a mom or a mother figure that coddles you the entire way. Yep. And he's been coddled the entire way. If you had a father, here's how stupid this was, man. And I'm sorry to bring this up, guys, but this is how what happens in the dating. Other guys are telling you, bro, you're looking stupid, you messing up. Even he went to his therapist, and the therapist said, bruh, you stupid, you messing up. He said, I don't care what no one says. I'm still going to do what I want to do. You objecting over everything to get done the wrong way.
Right.
You know, there would be a time when peer pressure or something would go out and would make you realize that their realization and what you're doing makes absolutely no sense. But he has justified it because other people have told him that, you know, it's all right. Even when you ask the female on there, do you think it's okay for him to date a married woman? Oh yeah, it's okay. But when you asked her, she said, "Oh yeah, as a married woman, you know, I wasn't ready to settle down." So her own example and anecdotal experience said that I wasn't ready to settle down. I didn't want to be with somebody. I wasn't going to be right with you. But when you reverse it and say, well, what do you think of how this guy should be? Oh, he's doing fine. There is no accountability among women. And if they feel that he's like a woman or like a female, they're going to protect him. They're not, whatever he says is gold. They're not going to go against it. And there becomes the issue.
So I'm gonna let Kanal address the super chat by Darnell. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Wrong, Black Man Travels. They are leftover women lowering their standards. Tyrone took the best years. Now they got kids. Now you are good enough. You're muted.
Wrong about what exactly? I'm trying to figure it out.
I don't know if he was talking about when you went to your high school reunion or what. I'm not sure. Can you clarify that, Darnell?
Yeah. Please clarify. And
while you're doing that, I'm going to play the next video, and I'm going to go grab something to drink while the video is playing. And it's going to be, which one am I playing here? I just came off the screen. Oh, this one. Let's see if I play this one.
Okay, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy. Right on over here. Welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Evan.
Evan, how old are you?
25.
25. Okay, and what do you do?
So I'm a pro basketball player, and I'm a pro basketball player and work in insurance and day trade.
Okay, nice. And Evan, what do you look for in a woman?
It's honesty, accountability, someone to build a family with.
Okay. All right, cool. So we did get a couple of popped balloons. Let's go ahead and go over to those ladies, see what's going on, okay? All right, let's start right over here. If we can have your name and how old you are.
I'm Sierra. I'm 27.
Okay, and Sierra, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Her age. I need a man to be the same age or older.
Okay. All right, and now is Sierra your type?
A little short. Oh, I'm sorry. Just a little short, but.
That's fair. I'm a shorty.
Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. Let's go right on over here. If we can have your name and how old you are.
My name is Nucci. I'm 25.
Okay. And Nucci, why did you end up popping your balloon?
You're very handsome. It's nothing wrong with your outfit. It's just not given for me personally. But you do look very put together. You look very nice. I love your hair. Bone structure, go crazy. All that.
Appreciate that.
All right. And now is Nucci your type?
I could definitely see us going on a date, but you said no, so I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. Let's go right on over here. If we can have your name and how old you are.
Sure. My name is Quay. I'm 31.
Okay. And Quay, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was just the age. So I'm a little older, and it seemed like, you're 25, so you should be doing what 25-year-olds should be doing. And that's it.
Makes sense.
Okay. And now is Quay your type?
For the most part, subtractive. A couple piercings here or there, but yeah, you're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's just the piercings for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, if we can have your name and how old you are.
Josette, and I'm 29.
And Josette, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was the age, and I'm not big on like guys with hair. That's all.
It's understandable.
All right, and do you
This is not big with guys with hair.
No,
actually, long hair.
And what are freeforms, if you can just explain?
Just dreads that grow naturally.
Oh, okay.
So switched it up. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, all right. And now is Josette your type?
Honestly, no, but you seem cool.
Thank you. And
All right, guys, I want to comment on this one. As a father with 3 boys. He talks to them so soft, to them low.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, bro, speak the fuck up. Like, I talk to my kids that way. Now,
Speak with your chest.
yeah, my 13-year-old, now I'm constantly on him, like, speak up. I can't hear you. Speak up. The fact that he was so monotone, didn't show no expression in his voice. It's like, bro, I can see why women would get tired of you real quick. Now, granted, he has the height as an advantage, but besides that, his presentation sucked. The way he looked, his hair, dude. If you're gonna lock some braids or dreads, put him in the ponytail, man. Dude, look presentable. So as a father, that's how I approach him, man. It's like I didn't like his look. I didn't like how soft and low he was speaking. That was annoying. And yeah, it's just like, bro, as men, guys, we need to learn how to project our voice. I mean, you don't need to talk rough and high all the time, but learn how to use different voice expressions when you speak.
Yeah, inflection, speaking from the diaphragm.
Yeah,
all
man.
those
Like,
things, projection, all those things are very important in speech, public speaking, and everything else.
so again, I'm coming from a father perspective, talking to a young man. These are things that he need to work on. That hair, yeah, he need to fix that hair. Like, bro, if you're gonna grow dreads. Don't have braids looking like that. And dude, put some bass in your damn voice. Project your voice out a little bit further, man. Especially a guy, I think he was like 6'5". Dude, your voice got to be stronger than that.
Okay,
I think Darnell said, nowhere, he said, the women are at Afrotech looking for nerds, not clubs.
And
But
then
here's
he
the thing,
followed it up
Darnell.
with where they were in the clubs, but no longer getting the attention in the clubs. So
No.
he followed up with a two-parter. So
All right, got it. So no, they realized the club's not it anymore. No one's not going to the clubs. It's been like that for like 5 years. People are going now to festivals, conferences, events. That's where they're going. But they realized, dude, go to the place where dudes got money. And the dudes that got consistent legal money is Afrotech, the tech conferences. That's where you got to go.
Think about this, what you're saying. The lowest admission for Afrotech was like $495 for all inclusive or like the all access, $2,250.
Facts.
So don't tell me them women ain't paying. They know where it's at, and they'll invest it. Those same women are the ones that tell you that you broke and you can't. They want to go somewhere else out, and they can't take you out for nothing, but they'll pay $1,000 to take a picture with Chris Brown. So don't let the delusion.
Oh, it was 2,000 or 2,500.
Yeah, they make sure that they'll pay for what they want. So don't get it twisted.
They will spend money. But here's the thing, even with that, think about this. They have that kind of money and they'll spend it to go Afroteca. The type of chicks that you're going to pick up in the club are the very type of chicks that you probably don't want to date anyway.
But here go the jacked up part, man. And I said this before. And I think I got rung around yesterday when I tried to bring this up. You so stupid, women, that you're willing to pay $2,250 to go to Afrotech. But when you were in college and the nerds that were there for free, you wouldn't give them the time of day.
Right.
When you were surrounded by men who were basically, you're in a place and you put yourself in a place where all the men there are at least going to have a bachelor's degree. You'd rather go to the club where dudes got a GED.
Not even that. Not even that nowadays.
What they do is when they don't have a GED, they at least got a felony record. At least they got probation. They got something like that. So it's crazy that instead of investing when they should have, they invest late. And then what their expectations are even wilder. How am I proving your point, Darnell? I'm not sure how I'm proving your point.
I mean, Darnell, you're in Arizona. It's nothing in Arizona. So yes, the club scene will be everything in Arizona. I worked out of Phoenix. There's nothing in Phoenix. So yes, but when you go to places like Texas, Georgia, Florida, there's a lot of things to do in these states. So yeah, they'll have more options. Arizona, you don't really have any options in Arizona. There's nothing in Arizona.
D Ward's like, I'm broke. I ain't spending no money.
With D Ward, here's the thing: the more money you have, the less money you spend.
Exactly.
So imagine that guy, his company sent him to Afrotech. He got money. Do you think he got to spend money to take them girls out? Do you think that he is the one being pursued, or they're pursuing? You know, he's not pursuing them because they know. And I tell you this, I loved, you know, Ocho Cinco. I used to, you know, when I was in Ohio, always came across him. And Ocho would say this, man, I bought my diamond earrings, not even from Claire. He was like, it was $5. For his first 3 years, he didn't have an apartment. You know where he stayed at? In Paul Brown Stadium, which is the stadium. He's like, why leave? They got a shower. They got an entertainment room. I get my food for free. He said the women who wanted me had already Googled me. They already knew how much I was worth. So me trying to get a flashy car, or me trying to do that, I didn't have to do it. So those women that are at, those men that are at Afrotech, they don't have to spend no money because the women already know. They already know if this guy has this cert, he's already at least at 6 figures. If he had these initials behind their name, these letters, he's already making this much money. If he's working for this company, he's already at this level. So he has to spend nothing. He is the one being pursued.
So we're going to be opening up the panel real soon. So I announced it and then I dropped everybody. Oh my God. Hold up, you guys. We see you in the back chat. We're going to hold on for a second. I want, maybe play one more video and then we'll go ahead and open up the chat and we'll start having a live discussion, interactive discussion. And we'll get down and dirty with whatever areas you guys growing up in. I know Passport Blueprint is one part of the country. Also, World Traveler Darnell, Arizona, Lyft driver. So, I mean, come on up. If you guys have some comments, this is going to be a lively conversation for the rest of the live that we're going to do. Let me pick one more video to play. And here you go. We're gonna let Kevin Samuels finish it off with one delusional woman here.
You ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you rate? What? Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're gonna be a 10, we can end this. Because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So I'm far from ugly, honey.
I didn't say that. So you made this combative, man. If you really want to say you're a 10, that's fine. But show me what the model contracts are.
I don't want to be a model.
I didn't ask you whether you want to be a model or not.
Somebody asked me today.
But you're not. But man, you're not but you're not that. Come on.
Okay. Well, you said show me where the model contracts. Somebody asked me today. Oh,
okay.
do you model?
Let's try this. Let's try this again. Where would you honestly rank yourself?
I just told you.
A 10.
Yeah. Maybe to you I'm not, but beauty's in the eye.
No. So you're a 10.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that there are no women that are more attractive than you?
What?
I'm asking.
It's hard.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top.
It's like I'm not.
If you're a 10, that means you're at the top. A 100 on the test is as high as you can go. It's a perfect grade. You're saying you're a 10, a 100 on the test. Are you saying that there's nobody who scores higher than you on looks? You're in the top percentile. Worldwide.
Possibly, honestly, but it doesn't matter to me. No other woman I'm intimidated by. Not one. I'm not.
That does not matter.
That's the delusion that women have, and they put themselves on the open market, and they think they deserve everything. And you say, "Well, lady, what do you have? I'm all that." And it's
I am the table.
Yeah, I don't think guys do that. We get knocked down by numbers. You see a running back who only averaged 2 yards a carry, and he fumbled and he did this, and he's like, I need to be the top paid guy. And they say, well, where would this make sense at? Make the numbers make sense. and we can't.
Right.
But a woman will justify that and say, in my mind, I'm the greatest.
In your mind, you're pink with a fucking horn in the middle of your fucking forehead is a flying goddamn unicorn and a pink palace. What the fuck? What you got on that canal before everybody else speaks up on?
No, I think people, this new generation of people are just delusional, men and women. Because you have men with passports, they're delusional overseas, and you got women here that are delusional, that are delusional over here. So I think it's a generational thing. I think people like Generation X.
Blueprint something. So two questions. I seen you said you're in Scottsdale, Arizona, and you say there's some clubs where people clubbing at. One, are they black? That's the first question.
They're white.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Most likely they out there white because brothers ain't doing it.
Nope.
And number two, are they dancing with each other, or are the girls just dancing and the guys just watching?
Okay. Obviously it's going to mostly be white because the population in Arizona, you ain't going to get enough black people because we're already toasted, and you ain't getting more for toasted going out to Arizona. So it's just the population. That's just the reality. It's mostly.
But let me press back on that, because if you have a club disco that caters to black people with black music and hip hop, that means the majority of the people in that club are black. And I would say that even if you go to that club where the majority of people are black, you're not going to see the same dancing, the same atmosphere, the same people out there that you would see in that white club.
Well, let me give you just a slight pushback on that. The club scene overall sucks. It's not like back in the day. It's not like back in the day, you know, where we were clubbing. Club scene is just a fashion show. Like, you know, Kanal was saying earlier, everybody's just taking pictures and posing with drinks, you know. But when you look at places like Scottsdale, you do get a mixture, but the bigger mixture is mostly going to be white, because if you look at the population of people in Arizona, especially in the Phoenix area, you're mostly going to get more of a white, Latino, Native American as opposed to blacks, because blacks is basically like something like 12% of the population of Arizona.
4%.
4%.
Well, hey, all right. Can I say something about Phoenix? Because I used to work for a company out in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix like every other month. Scottsdale, exactly. I've been to a couple of clubs there. I don't remember the names. I've been to one black club, like all black folks in there. I was not impressed. Again, I'm from Miami, guys. I'm from Miami. I lived in Chicago, everything. So my experience of nightlife and partying is a lot different than someone who lives in Arizona. And one thing I can say, man, there's a lot of big chicks down there, man.
Damn. You had to go right there.
I'm not impressed, man. I'm like, each night I went out, I'm like, damn. Like, brothers love the Mexican girls down there, and I'm like, for what?
Man, they got
like, for what? I'm like, I see, like, I even had someone to try to talk to me. I'm like, yo, you're not even my type, man. It's like that's square shape pants, whatever.
What?
I don't know. When were you here? When were you here?
Dude, I was.
What
this year? Last year? I mean, I was there every other month.
Oh, last year?
2024 and 2023?
Okay, guys. I was there every other month.
2 months ago, I believe.
Yeah, I was there 2 months ago. So I was there every other month working there for a week. So sometimes I stay for the weekend and I'll go out and I see, like, again, you know, I go out in Scottsdale and Phoenix, and I was not impressed, man. I'm like, there's a lot of fat chicks here.
Big girls need love too. They just need to pay.
I don't know where you were at, but I'm gonna tell you, some of the people.
No, I went to some of the high-end spots, man. The thing is, like you said, there's a lot of white folks there, but still, I'm from Miami. Like, my mindset coming from Miami.
Miami women are way different than
that's the thing. That's the thing. So I see things a little bit different. So for me, the Arizona woman's fat.
I mean, by that standard, yeah.
It's just like, to me, and it's just like brothers was just going Google Gaga off of that shit. I'm like, really?
When that's all you're used to, then that's all you know. You don't know that you're eating basic steak versus filet mignon. If you've never seen a filet mignon, you're just going to take the
I was not impressed with
Anyway,
Phoenix.
shout out to True Prodigy for the $5 super sticker. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
The whole state of Arizona, I'm not impressed. Hot as fuck over there too.
Hey, but it
obvious,
gets
man.
cold during
I
the
think it's just the
wintertime, and
club
you're gonna
scene.
want that big girl to snuggle up with during the wintertime. She's gonna keep you warm in that bed on them sheets.
I'm
No,
going to
I'll
say
just turn
this.
the fucking
Some of
heat
the
up.
women that
Turn the heat up, man. Fuck that. I don't need that shit.
Some of the
I
women
just think the
I've
club scene's
picked up
overall is
and
trash,
I've
no matter what
seen.
you say. Anywhere you go, any city, I think it's just trash. Because like we dating ourselves. We was back in the club where it's look, I'll meet you at the club at 10, 11 o'clock. We had no cell phones, no nothing.
Yeah.
Now, look, for a fact, ain't none of us up here really going to a club unless we are invited for something or we're overseas
And
somewhere.
then we're leaving early. I ain't staying that close. Now.
Yeah. I gotta take a nap
See,
before I hit the club.
It's a waste of money though. Like
Complete waste. It's $100 before I walk in the door. I gotta pay $40 just to park, and I gotta pay another $40 just to get in. And my first drink, or my coat check's $20, or my first drink is $25.
Oh, they getting you for $100 smooth before you walk through the door now.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
I ain't been to a club in forever, so I don't even know what the rates are anymore.
I don't care.
And then also, you got to keep in mind down in Scottsdale, there's also the mansion parties that you know you got to know someone to get into those, and that's where you see the hotties. And
I see a bunch of old white dudes chasing after these young girls, and it's just like, again, even the young girls, they all blonde hair, they don't look all that. And again, if I'm comparing them to Chicago, to Atlanta, to Miami, they don't compete at all. It's just like
Arizona chicks have never compared themselves to a big city chick like New York, LA, Chicago.
No, I'm not saying that they are, but I'm saying for me, like I see them, they're basic. It's just like I think
it's your environment. It's where you come from.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been boots on ground. I've lived in Phoenix since 2009, and I'm telling you, we're on the cusp of becoming like the next LA. We're getting movie stars. We're getting all the athletes coming here. They're all buying houses here. We got girls from LA coming in.
LA ain't got shit, man. LA's another
Yeah, but the
overrated
reason
city.
they're doing that is so they can get away from LA. They're not
California, because California's going down.
Yeah. Well, they'll fly in for their roles. They don't need to live there, is what I'm saying. They'd rather fly out and live in a desert. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's not just a bunch of local fat women. I mean, is there that?
To you, they're all that. To me, they're basic.
Hey, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Hey, Darnell, give me 1 second, brother, because this sums it up. This brother sums it up, and this is basically what he's talking about. So just understand.
The girls in Cincinnati are terrible, but when I go to a different city now, like the girls who I thought that was cute in Cincinnati, no, I'm talking about the best looking girl in Cincinnati is like a 5. And
Damn, a 5?
Like a 6'7", a 6'7", a 6'7" in like LA or like London or something. Right. The girls.
That's what you're dealing with, man. The girls you think there are 10s, you take them same girls somewhere else, brother, they become 5s real quick.
Right.
Well, first of all, I've never said, "Hey, they're all that." To me, I mean, personally, as a Lyft driver, I can't even stand their ass. And the other dude on the panel, that passport blueprint, he might be able to tell you the reason why these chicks are annoying as hell when they get in your damn car, especially in groups.
Oh yeah,
they literally start over talking to each other. Gives me a fucking headache. I apologize for cursing, but it gives me a damn headache every time. I can't even focus on the road. I start going. I can't. My tinnitus starts kicking in, and
PTSD.
Yes, literally, man. Like I want to scream at them, shut the hell up, man. I mean, so honestly, I don't really find them. I mean, are they aesthetically pleasing to the eye? Absolutely, but honestly, I don't think they're all that. I think they're annoying. But I'm just saying, the thing is, I'm here on ground. I've been here since 2009. That's 15 years. I'm in the streets only because, hey, this is what I do for a living. But I kind of have a lot more. I think I know a little bit more about what goes on here than anybody from out of town. No offense.
Hey, I had a video that was shared to me by
So
trying to see how we can share.
when he looking for that, what y'all think about the dating then? You know, are the women delusional? Are the men delusional?
Everybody's
Where's
delusional.
the disconnect?
I think
Everybody's delusional.
I think it's the big once I always say it's all about the internet, Instagram, Snap, Tube, Face Chat, whatever it is. People see what they see out there and think that, oh, I deserve that in my life. There's different prices for everybody. Women are going to charge the guys they don't like a lot more than a guy they really are going to rock with. Everybody wants to outdo each other online and wants somebody else's pockets to pay for it. They never not are going to pay for it their damn self. It's kind of pointless. If you're really out there looking for something real and long term, it's going to be real difficult nowadays. Not saying it's not possible, but I think the best way to do it is to get offline and go meet people in real life, because that real life persona they could only hold up but for so long. So that's my 2 cents on it. I don't even try anymore for real. If I meet somebody out, that's cool, but I'm not doing anything online at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm the same way, man. I just quit trying, especially after I became a Lyft driver. You know, basically you listen to these women talk, like when they're talking to each other in the car, or sometimes like these women will kind of break down. You know, if they're by themselves, like literally every Lyft or Uber driver literally becomes a therapist for some odd reason. And you just see like the women are just unhappy with the selection of men, like the men that they really want, they're not checking for, you know.
Bruh, I don't know what you're doing, Darnell. I know some Lyft drivers that when they pick the girl up at the club, by the time they get to them to their house, they already getting invited in. They got that talk.
Yeah, those are the stupid Lyft drivers too. I'm telling you. I mean, those are the,
actually, you're right, Phyllis. I know a couple of guys banging they damn.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, there's a few of them, but I'm telling you, you dumb if you do that. You know.
Could y'all hear that?
I mean,
You ever had that offer though? That's the question.
Can y'all hear that sound? Hold on. Let me go ahead and play this real quick.
No, we can't hear the sound. Have you ever had them chicks offering it, or was it just the big girls offering it?
I had a threesome offered to me.
There's a button you have to also press, Ronan, that says, "Do you want the sound
It's in
to
the
be
back
heard?"
chat. Can you play it for me then? I'm not sure what button I'm missing.
It's
Because
in
I
the
hit
back
the one that
chat,
says
you said?
audio. Yeah. I hit the one that said audio included on the tab, and it's still not doing it.
Is it? Where's it at? Tell me. And
It's in
I'll
our
find
back chat, private chat. It's in our private
don't
chat.
see anything
while
there.
they do this, I want to take a moment to give someone his flowers. Definitely want to give a shout out to Mr. Bacchus. Bacchus has been my traveling buddy for quite a while, man. That's my boy.
Can you see it
This
now?
is us in Cali, Colombia. Bacchus doing his thing with the
Man.
photography with the ladies. See,
Bro,
this
I
is how
gotta
we
go get
do
a
it
shot
overseas, man. We having a
I gotta
good
go
time.
get a shot, God damn it. You're making me drink.
Man, listen,
me and Fearless have this bet. Every time you play this video, we got to go take a goddamn shot.
Hey,
You know how drunk we've gotten
Y'all
over
gonna
the
have
weekends
alcohol
and some
poisoning by the
weekends,
end of the
bro?
night.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. Everybody give a round of applause to Mr. Bacchus, man. This man has been doing it for quite a while. He's a photographer, world traveler, man. Give the man his flowers, man. And man, bro, this is us in fucking Cali, Colombia, not getting drugged or robbed whatsoever. Having a good time, man. And trust me, we're going through like 10 bottles a day. So it's
Y'all
like,
was going
hey,
through 10 bottles a day. You motherfucker came. It's just like this.
hey,
You
we
opened
having
the
a good
freezer,
time,
bro.
man.
There was more bottles than there was ice. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
we had too much liquor in the house, man. And guess what? They had a good time with us, bro. So hey, yo, I'm giving Bacchus his flowers, man, bro. Pleasure traveling with you, man. You definitely do your thing, man. And man, guys, listen, get your passport, go out there, travel the world, experience it, have a good time, and come back home safe. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Much obliged. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna play this video that Ronan wanted me to play.
Actually, it was a video that, you know how Drew G be finding all these videos. He made sure he sent that to me early before the show even got launched. He said, "You need to play this video."
All right.
I said, "Okay."
I don't know what this is, so let's find out.
If I'm fucking
fucking a nigga, right, and he good and he straight and he got his shit together and stuff. Right. But I'm over here trying to figure out every day what the fuck I got going on, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna do that. Right. And this nigga fucking, he can call me every day to fuck on me, but right, he know what I got going on, but he ain't trying to help at all. Right. That's poor pussy management. Why you fucking on that nigga?
So it sounds like you have great pussy management, but horrible mental management. Because why the fuck can't you figure out what you gonna do with your life? Like, we adults, why the fuck do I got to figure out what you gonna do? I got to help you get to a better position in life because I want to bust a nut? That's a hell of a responsibility. You constantly fucked up. I can't figure my man, and you just want to just keep fucking, and I can't figure out what my bills and I just don't know what's going on, and I just, oh my God, and I'm at my boutique, ain't taking off like I know, and ain't nobody subscribed to my OnlyFans, and you just gonna keep calling over here trying to fuck without helping me? Like, bitch, that sounds like a personal issue you got going on.
Yeah, you see, I love the fact that we have cats actually spitting back some real deal and not freaking like catering to her or being
right
or simping to her. And look at her face. Play that back and just watch her face with no volume.
She had to suck it up because he was hitting every fucking button.
That's the dude she wants to fuck. She was like, I need to fuck him because he really don't care about me. Because the minute I start trying to help somebody and get their lives better, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna fuck somebody else and leave me alone, leave me to pick up the pieces. They're gonna call me just for the help. Nah, I'm calling you just for what you are, pussy. That's it.
But see, that lets you know that a woman is still putting a value on her sex. That no matter who she hitting, it's like she thinks she deserves something from it. Where a guy can be like, I'm just hitting. A girl is putting some kind of price tag on her. They always have a price tag.
Right. Hey, let's welcome the Globe Spinner. That's my brother, my nephew. Welcome to the panel. He's been trying to get his his YouTube game up, podcasts and all that. But first time on the panel, we appreciate you coming up, brother. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. I appreciate it.
Sound
Can you guys hear me?
Sound is good, yeah.
Okay.
Finally, after what? Damn, 6 months?
True. I just been traveling, man. I just got back from Cartagena a few days ago, well, actually last week, but
Okay. Hey, welcome to the show, brother.
Holidays. I appreciate it, man.
So what's your take on the whole dating market? You single. So what's your thoughts on the dating market today's in the United States versus overseas?
I think the dynamic, a lot of you guys hit several of the points. I mean, I think that in the Western society, not just America, Canada, Europe, a lot of women are very delusional. The thing is that we have so much opportunity to have a better dynamic of a relationship here in the United States. But me personally, I rarely date in the United States. I get opportunities to go out, but I choose to date abroad, And so as I mentioned, this past summer, I did a little dating in Asia. I did some in the Middle East and Qatar. I go to Colombia and Brazil a lot. And so I have a main one that I've been kind of vetting for 2 years. I've spoken to many of you privately about that. She had a graduation, a college graduation. So I just really enjoy international dating better. And it's not because I'm not one of these brothers that's going to say the women are better or worse. I just think that they give you a different mindset, a different dynamic. And so I think that a lot of foreign women value men a lot better than women here, And I think to your last point, I just don't think men in the West should be chasing women. I think you should be focused on yourself and building that image and allow them to pursue you.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a very good point.
With that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only thing is so what about what's that different mindset or perspective that the women give you overseas versus American women here? Can you elaborate on that?
Oh,
one, I think it's a sense of urgency, meaning when I meet a girl here, when I've met them, I mean, I could go text them, I could talk to them for 2 months and still never meet them. Still never even call them on the phone because they still haven't given me their number. When you go overseas, it can be immediate. Meaning I can meet you in the morning. I have a number in the morning. We can have lunch by afternoon, and we can be chilling somewhere in the evening. That waiting game, that texting game, that long game, it just does not exist there. There's a sense of, I don't want to say urgency, but you don't have to play that game. You know, here in the United States, it's I want to get to know you. We didn't meet. I say, well, let's meet in public somewhere where I don't feel comfortable.
Let me read the super chat, and then I'm going to tell True Prodigy, you need to hit the link at the top of my chat and get up here, brother, because this is a young man that's actually dating. He runs a YouTube channel and discouraging some of the dating coaches and their techniques, but he actually goes out and does cold calls and videos them in gyms and other things. So I'd like to get his point of view, especially on this topic. So True Prodigy, please come up. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Men are getting lazy and women are becoming more delusional. Thank you for the super chat.
I think that's been correct. I don't think men are exactly getting lazy, because you have a lot of guys out there that would put in effort. And I'll give you an example. We just talked to one yesterday. Oh, he's not lazy in the dating scene. He's spending
he's spending good money.
He going out there. He's the guy that says, I'm going all out. If you like one red rose, I'm getting you 10. If you want, you like steak, I'm getting you all that.
Gonna learn the hard way.
Results are feel the same. Not getting any type of results. So I don't think men are lazy. Men are just to the point where you say, how much effort am I going to put in without getting any type of return on my investment? You know, at some point you say it's like a scam. You know, when the person calls you and says, you invest $5, I can get you something back. You invest $5, it doesn't happen. They say, well, that's because of this, this, and this. We just need $5 more to get you there. You invest those $5, and it keeps going on and on until you get to the point you say, I just had to take my losses. You're not lazy. You're just not getting anything back from what you've put in.
And that's causing the fact that there's no end game to this whole thing. The end game should be marriage and living happily ever after, just like this whole passport bro thing. It's like everybody's going overseas just to do whatever, but there's supposed to be an end game, and the end game is marriage and building the legacy. And we're not seeing that. It's not emphasized.
Hey, this is like double Dutch. You got to jump in here. You know what I'm saying?
May I ask the panel a question?
Go ahead.
So, it kind of sounds like some of you are saying that dating overseas is better. I know you guys are saying it's not necessarily better, but it does sound like you guys are saying it is better. When Fearless gave his breakdown just a minute ago about, okay, I don't feel like my time's being wasted here. Here in the States where, I got to text back and forth for 2 months or whatever, and haven't even met the chick down there. It's instant. That is kind of saying, hey, it's better over there. The only thing is like, does anybody feel like maybe it's the fact that because Western women, for example, they can go out, get their own money. In fact, I believe 40% of households in America, I believe, are ran by women now, or at least they're higher earning income than their male spouse. 40% of women are. So they're basically on parity with men. It's like, hey, what do I need you for? Versus places such as Colombia, Cuba, or even Brazil, where yes, there are women in the workplace, but there's not as many women in the workplace. Feminism is kind of new there, versus here it's been around. So does anybody feel like maybe that possibly it's just because of now that women are in the workplace, they can make their own money, the culture kind of
women are making money all over the goddamn world, and they're not acting like this. That's not the excuse.
It's values.
And it doesn't matter that they make money. We just had this discussion yesterday. I said, if I have a woman that works with me and we make the same exact amount of money, who's paying for the first date? I'm still paying. She still want me to be traditional. It's just now, you know, the women just they don't see a it's not prioritized.
Right.
Where I think here's the difference in the United States, it forces you to have a stable of women. You're forced to, because that's the only way you can operate. You have to have so many women because one is going to flake, they're not going to be there,
Right.
and you have to have about 5 women just to keep in rotation just to do it, because
Right.
they're not going to take your time up. They're doing this, they're doing that. Where if you are overseas, you could actually just have one woman, and she gonna smother you with time because she does not want you to give that time to anyone else.
Oh yeah, that's what damn.
I could definitely agree with Fearless on that point. And I'm not going to say that international dating versus dating in the United States is better or worse. It's just different. And I think he brought up the point of prioritizing. And so women abroad, they're raised to prioritize. If they see that you're a decent guy, you're a high value man, or you're a man that can improve their life, they're not going to play around with that. Whereas women here in the United States, yeah, many of these women are running their households, but there are statistics that say these women are struggling as well too. So I just think that a lot of women in the United States don't really want to be married. I think there are some that want to be married, but when you start dating a young lady abroad, I don't care if it's Brazil, Colombia, African nation, or in Asia, once she started bringing you around her family and introducing you to her friends, she is pretty much letting everybody know you're her man and she wants to be with you. And she's going to be talking about future plans. And so when you date in the United States, a woman, like Fearless said, she'll make you talk on the phone several months. Then eventually when you get a chance to take her out, she wants you to spend $200, $300, $400 to take her out, and that's just to get her attention. You can take a woman on a date and spend $30 or $40 in a foreign country, and that means the world to her. So
Hey, let
I
me
just
once you get done, Globe Spinner, I'd like to hear from True Prodigy. That's one of the reasons I want him on this panel, because he's actually doing it right now. True,
Yeah,
what do you want to speak to that?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead, brother. We can hear you. You good?
Yeah. Well, I said that what did I say? Men are delusional. Well, not women are delusional and men are getting lazy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of dudes, it's like you said, Fearless, like a lot of guys are just settling for the women that they don't want because I guess it's too hard for them, you know, so they're just settling for the overweight women. And I think that's a problem because you settling for that woman. If you got with that woman and you was overweight, then why don't you build with that woman to like lose the weight or whatever, right? So that's one thing. But honestly, man, like I don't know. I just think it's like dudes just being lazy. Like every time I go to a venue, like a nightclub, a bar or whatever, or the gym, which is where I mostly go, I just see I'm the only one that's putting in the work to get the women that I want. Even when I work out with some of my friends, I motivate them. I tell them, hey, bro, I think that chick was like looking at you, bro. I think she want to holler at you. And then he'll make excuses of why and this dude went a whole year without like doing anything with no women. And I'm trying to help him out, but he's too scared to make the approach, you know? So I'm like, how are you going to, you know, get a situationship with a woman when you're not putting in any work to make this happen, you know?
When you say putting in work, but does putting in work mean putting in money?
No, putting in work is making an effort towards getting the thing that you want. Like if you want that woman, why don't you go talk to that woman and get experience talking to women? You know, like I don't know how much money he has. I don't like pocket watch or whatever, but I'm just saying if you just want a woman to some capacity, you have to go out and get these women. You know, like I was in a position to where I didn't have no money and I still was getting women. Like you just have to go out there and find those women.
And how long ago was that?
He's doing this currently?
Yeah, this was the shit. This was about a year ago.
It was
a woman
talking with you and you just coming
hold
over.
on, say it again.
The women were like, I'm just cool with us talking and you coming over.
Well, let me say this. So let me preface it. So It was actually three. Well, it was two situations. The first situation was the woman. She had the money, right? Like she was making a decent amount of money, so I didn't have to make money, you know. So that was the first situation. The second situation was like neither one of us had money, but at the same time, she was a very attractive young lady, so she would just finesse dudes and get their money and just use their money to finance my life or whatever. Like I was, I used to do like OnlyFans, so I used to like know how to do that. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but I'm just saying like the reason why I was able to do that because I just have experience like dealing with women and I know how like thirsty guys are or whatever. But that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother like live stream or whatever.
Right.
But I'm just saying like if guys knew like just how to deal with women or whatever, or just knew the behaviors and patterns and just how women operate, it'll be a lot easier for them to get the women that they wanted. Like this is what I see a lot on my channel. But I mean, every guy just aren't willing to put the work in to learn this stuff. Like it took me a long time to find those two women, that the one that didn't really have the money that was finessing guys out of their money and the woman that had the money. It took me a while to come across those women, but I put the work in to find those women is what I'm saying.
But
and I didn't do it on the day now, and I didn't do it on the day now.
In the process, you were probably kissing a lot of frogs to find that princess. And a lot of guys are saying, I don't want to keep spending all that money in order to find that one person. I don't want to keep going out on these endless dates. There's no sex and all of that to find that those two special gemstones that you found. That's the thing. You found a unicorn, and there's a lot of hunting for unicorns where you can go somewhere else. And the unicorns are plentiful. The unicorns are the norm.
And they come to you.
No, but they don't have to though. Like it was this one woman where she told me, and I got this actually with multiple situations, but she told me that it was a guy. I forgot where she met this dude at, but this is a short on my channel. She said that this dude paid her $200 just to ask for her Snapchat. And I'm with this chick like the whole night we're doing our thing. And this dude, he did that. He was tricking just to get her Snapchat. Like what I'm saying, like instead of like learning how to deal with women, learn how to be charismatic, charming, and just being an overall like attractive person. Like instead of learning how to do all of that, he just say, I'm gonna just use money instead. To try to get the shortcut or whatever. Like, no, man. Like if you go out enough, like if like me, I used to go out every weekend to holler at women. I'm pretty sure y'all did that too. Like back when y'all, like before you guys got married and relationships. I don't really know your situationship, but I'm just saying at one point you did the same thing. So I guess you guys could relate. Like I all got like me personally, I didn't have the money, so I had to use my body and my mouthpiece in order for me to get the women that I wanted. So. I mean, that was the situation. I'm telling other guys like y'all can do that too, but you just have to put the work in to do it. I mean, there you go. So yeah,
I think we're saying that the time changed. We talked about that back in, when we were out there dating. We said it. You go to the mall, and the only thing you had to have in your hand was this, which is a pen and a piece of paper. That was it, because it was your game. Nowadays, it's not that. It's your IG. It's I'm trying to see, and your IG basically is a way for a woman to look at your lifestyle to see if you are financially viable for her to even talk to. So the game goes out the door. She's already judging you based on what you bring into the table. And so I understand what you're saying. Yeah, well, you can talk, but a lot of women, even when you talk to, even the guys who have it, they are trying to say, how can we go out? No more coffee dates, no more just yakking it up. They want that money to be spent on them.
Well, I believe that's like that depends on what the guy want. Like if the guy want a long-term monogamous, like traditional old-fashioned relationship, then yeah, he'll have to make the money in order to support the family and stuff. But I think guys are like, a lot of guys are like stuck at level one. They just are having a hard time just getting women just in the bed. Just having a hard time just having a conversation with a woman, well, knowing how to maintain a conversation with a woman. I think guys are like stuck there. You know, like back about 20, 30 years ago, I believe most guys was socially adept enough to have conversations with women, you know. So everything after the steps was a lot easier, you know, because you guys didn't have to rely on social media like IG and Instagram and all that. I think it was a more genuine thing. As of now, it's like a little bit more superficial, is why the women are more delusional, you know. But yeah.
Well, but
I
at
kind
the
of
same
disagree with
time,
homeboy a little bit on a few things, to be honest.
Go
Not
ahead,
not
man.
everybody
Go
can
ahead.
just get up on the street, take your course or learn from you and do what you do. People are so awkward nowadays. Can't
That's an
relate.
excuse,
Don't
though,
know how to
Hunter.
No. Let me. Well,
no, just don't have that gift of gab. Don't have that confidence. They got money, and money going to circumvent everything. You know, you could probably, you know, walk into a club and talk your way through and not paying because you just the man. Oh, I could just pull up in a Ferrari and get a bounce of $200 and slide in there just like you. Everybody's going at it at a different way, but also learning these things. Who's going to teach these boys if they don't got those kind of men in their life that's actually going to help them and show them? And sometimes you got to learn the hard way. They really got to go through the school of hard knocks to learn this shit. They end up coming out graduation of fuckboy university, getting screwed over. I've been that dude many a times where I'm treating her like a lady, but she, you know, ordering 4 dinners when we go out and bringing the food home to you. I've been that dude, and I've also been the dude who was waiting for her to get from a date, bringing home some food too. And I got to figure out, you know, how to interact with these people. Most of these cats doing this stuff, they wouldn't know how to talk to a girl in person if they met her, especially a beautiful woman.
No, but who fault is that? Like, that's their fault. You know, like back in the day, right? You know, guys like social media and just the advent, like the internet or like technology in general wasn't as advanced. So it's like you had to be socially adept in order to interact with the opposite sex. But now it's like we have incentive not to do that because you know, technology, you know, you got the internet, you know, you got social media, you got Snapchat, you got dating apps, you got all these things, you
And what
know,
do you
that
think's gonna
like
happen?
I don't have to go out and meet a woman. I could just, you know, beat one off
The
or
super
whatever, you know,
simps,
or I could just
the super simps that finally get locked down by a straight up a gold digger, somebody that's just gonna play them straight out. When they finally get some chick and have a kid, and that kid grows up, what do you think he gonna teach his son?
Hold on, repeat that again. I didn't quite catch all of that.
That same personality type we're talking about, that gentleman who's willing to pay a young lady for her Snapchat or just give them money just to see a side boob, whatever the case may be. When he finally gets an offspring, what do you think he's going to teach his child?
I'm pretty sure he's going to teach his child what he's learned and how he got the success that he has or
It's
whatever.
either going to go one or two ways. His child going to see dad and be like, this is pathetic, I don't believe you're doing this, and he going to actually put the work in to learn and not be like that, or he's just going to do exactly the same thing, or just
And
check
you know
out.
what? I agree with that because, you know, I pretty much followed my father's example because I used to see my dad talking chicks at we all go to Walmart together, and I literally used to see him get down at the cashiers at Walmart. You know, we go to a convenience store, you know, you be like, hey, y'all go in there and get y'all a drink or whatever, or he'll just magically just walk up in there. I thought you was sitting in the truck, like he just came up in there. I'm finna go get me something too. And as he's paying for everything, you know, he's talking to the cashier there. You know, it was just certain things I seen in person that validated his game and made me say, okay, I want to be like my dad as far as, you know, approaching women and stuff. So that did have a level of influence
So
in my
what do you
life.
think his child is going to see? He ain't going to see that. He ain't going to see that. Like, he going to see dad getting used, abused, and taken advantage of by every chick that winks at him. You know, so it's not.
But
I'm with True Prodigy. Hold up, I'm with you, True
I am
Prodigy.
too.
Meaning,
I'm like,
I
whose fault
don't
is
have
that,
an
Bacchus?
issue. I
Whose
don't
fault
think there's
is
an
it?
issue. Well, there is an issue, but I still think, you know, if you take somebody from my era, Black Man Travels era, Ronan's era, where there was no dating or online app. You actually had to talk to women. I still think now, if you go up and talk to women, that's the easy one. I can talk to whoever woman I want. I have no fear and rejection or anything. I still think that there's an expectation you have to do something for me now. That it's not we can just have a conversation. It's in order for us to continue with this conversation, you got to do something for me. I think we lost him a little bit.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
We
No, I
lost
think
True.
Prodigy
True's
left.
coming back.
Oh, Prodigy. He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Bounced back.
So I think, and I'll repeat what I say. I think, back in our day, it was no problem to talk to women.
Phyllis, can you repeat some of what you said? I apologize. I accidentally logged off.
Back in the day of me and Kanal and Ronan, we didn't have dating apps. We actually had to talk to people. That's the only way you could get a girl's number. You had to converse with her. You had to talk to her. Then you had to pick up the phone. You had to late night talk and blah, all those things we had to do. So we're accustomed to doing that. But I still think in today's era that you can have the game to go up and talk to a girl and do it, but there's still an expectation that you have to do something for me.
Yeah, I believe
you owe me something. You're doing something for me.
I think that's been around since forever, but where there's always been that exchange, for like the long.
I disagree. I disagree. I mean, look, guys, me personally, the same tactics that I use back in the 90s and 2000s, I use now. I still do the approach thing. I still go by vibes. Dude, the vibe is everything to me, man. If I feel like, hey, based on the first minute of the conversation, if I feel like she's not giving any conversation back, I walk away, let it loose.
Yep.
I'm not trying to drag the shit, man. I'm like, hey, listen, hi. She say hi back. Okay, cool. I'm gonna say something, and she needs to say something. If she doesn't say anything, you know what? Excuse me. I'm sorry to bother you. Have a great day. That's it. The problem is you got the new age brothers that want to drag shit. I want to continue to drag when that person's showing no interest in you, you still want to drag it. Learn to cut your losses early and walk away and just find someone that vibe with you. So even now, when I go out to a club, cigar lounge, whatever I do, if a woman next to me, guess what I'm gonna say? Hello, how are you? How was your day? Simple conversation. I don't care what she look like. I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Now, if I'm attracted to her and this vibe, then yes, we could take it to the next level. But all this gaming shit, I never used game in my goddamn life, man. I've always been, hey, how you doing? My name's Kanal.
Here's the thing, Kanal. They call it game. It's just being sociable.
Right.
It's not a game. It's just you know how to be sociable and approachable. That's all it is.
All I'm saying is like the same tactic that I was using back in the 90s is the same tactic I'm using now. It's just like, hey, talk. You'd be amazed, guys. Go out to a bar, say hello. You'd be amazed how far hello gets you, man. Hello has got me ass on the same night. Like, real talk, man.
Go ahead. You're going to have to jump in here, whoever's next.
But at the same time, though, too, like, okay, I'm going to go a little bit further back into the 80s because the 90s was the invention. They had the internet, but in the 80s.
No, we didn't. No.
Yeah,
90s, we had dial-up. Well, we had dial-up. And the thing is, once you get that call, you lost that fucking connection.
That internet, Darnell. Everybody did not have internet.
Not everybody had internet, bro. Listen.
And AOL. They didn't have AOL like that.
That's a correction. That's a correction. Because my broke ass didn't have internet until the 2000s.
Well, I was 10 years old and I had the internet, so.
Well,
how old are you?
But one thing when you had even when you had the internet, there wasn't no dating site. There was like AOL messaging,
bro. I used to do Yahoo Chat. Hey, hold up. Hey, do you guys remember Yahoo Chat?
Yeah,
you guys remember Yahoo Chat?
Yeah, you had chat.
Dude, you know how many girls I hooked up on Yahoo Chat? Bro, I was on Yahoo Chat like a beast, man. I was going to different campuses, banging chicks, man, on Yahoo Chat. And this is before pictures. This is before pictures.
Black Planet, but I was fucking so many white girls off of Black Planet.
So obviously you did.
That's how I met.
But again, that's
on the internet.
But that's you. No, hold up. Let me make this clear. This is using the library internet, not my home internet, because my ass was too broke. I was using school library internet.
Wonderful. All right. But I just want to make this point real quick about the 80s, okay? Is that in the days before the internet, women were stuck in whatever. So if they weren't in, say, Miami, New York, Florida, you know, the largest cities, they were stuck, say, in some girl, say, in Iowa, for example, or Nebraska. They were stuck to whatever local dating pool. Now, today, that same girl in Cornfield, Nebraska, can talk to a guy in New York. All she got to do is post a booty pic on IG, and she can talk to a guy in New York, LA, hell, Dubai. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, or London. It just doesn't matter. So basically, her options. Your day was different. Just like back in the day, a military man was a lot more high value back in the day. Why? Because this was in the days before Obamacare. You didn't have health insurance. simple reason, you know.
Benefits were made everything back in those days. Man with benefits? Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll ask you this, Darnell, even though I don't agree. How many women have you approached?
Have I approached over?
I mean, recently. Let's just say this year. Let's say 2024.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, recently? No, I haven't approached any.
Well, I mean, what result can you expect if you haven't approached anybody?
Correction. I did approach one. I got rejected, but I did approach one.
I mean, you know, so one part is resilience. You know, as a man, we have to be resilient. We have to be able to. Rejection is just a part of it. I never, you know, when I was telling my son and I was helping him out, you know, I said, man, when he was scared, and I think that happens. A lot of us don't teach our sons this. I said, man, look, what is the worst this girl can say to you? No. And I said, I don't care about no. You know, the reason the ugly, and this is no dig on the ugly guys. Ugly guys were rejected. They're accustomed to saying no. The reason they get the women are because they're used to saying no. So they say they already had the mindset that somebody gonna say no to me. I'm still going for it. So they keep going. You was a one and done.
No,
you can't get nothing being a one and done.
That was only because she was bad, man. I had to try. I mean, I just had to try. But
I could feel you on that one.
You know, she was Cuban. And, you know, like actually from Cuba and stuff, I just had to shoot my shot. And she was tall, big breasts, everything was nice. Everything. But, you know, I just had to try. But the point is that, to be honest with you, I really, you know, ever since I've been a Lyft driver, I just, you know, as you kind of said earlier, where's the ROI, man? Like, I don't feel like putting my time, my money, my energy, you know, about 3-4 years ago, I called it the year of my exes. Literally, all my exes were trying to come back to me out of the woodwork after they done, you know, Tyrone. After they finally broke away from Tyrone, majority of them, their dude was in jail. Hell, even my ex-fiance tried coming back, but she was pregnant with her dude's kid.
The audacity.
Husband. Exactly. I mean, at that point, I was just like, you know what? I mean, that's when I said, you know, and I hate to use this term because I'm not trying to be derogatory towards women, but to me, it's just, okay, that's a depreciative asset. You know?
But your solution is to take yourself out of the game, man. Instead of elevating yourself, you're taking yourself out of the game.
Okay, well, why am I going to go to the dealership and buy a brand new car if I know it's going to depreciate?
Say that again.
Why am I going to go to the dealership buy a brand new car if I know it depreciates year after year after year?
But Darnell, you just
here would be the thing with that.
Your own analogy, though. If you do that, then that means you're going to go and get a used car so you can save the loss. But that used car has been run for miles and miles and miles, and might have a couple accessories that came with it.
But maybe it was properly maintained.
You want the newer car because it has less miles, period.
But
correct.
It's
you're breaking it in.
It's depreciating. but
it
it's
don't matter.
depreciating.
Everything
It's going down and
depreciates. It's
down.
not going to hold its value. And even if you relate it to women, you want a woman that's purer than one that's been run for miles and miles and miles. So to your point, you want a brand new car, not a used one.
Because it's depreciating with you, not without you.
Hello.
But
And you're
let's
causing the
say-
damage.
But let's say,
I'm sorry.
But let's say it was a car that was rarely.
Inanimate
Let's say it was
objects,
a car. Let's say it was a car that was rarely driven, has good mileage on. Low mileage on it.
Mileage.
Well, low mileage. Low mileage on it. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, the person just took it out for a Sunday drive every now and then. That's about it. You know, and maybe went to the grocery store.
I didn't know we can equate all that to a car, but go ahead.
I want to ask you guys a question.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask you guys 2 questions. So now you may know this, you may not know this. I don't know if it's like statistics and data on this, probably not. But do you guys think most dudes in the States approach women?
No, they sit
No.
on the sideline.
Say no on that one.
That's why you have a huge incel community.
Okay, bet. Now, do you think if those same guys, whether they was ugly, tall, short, fat, whatever, if those same guys would decide to get out of their comfort zone and actually approach women, and I don't care how the women look, maybe an ugly guy, he like, I know I can't get the 8s, 9s, and 10s, but I'm gonna go for the 5s and 6s because maybe I can get lucky and get a 5 or a 6. If those guys would just go after women, period, do you think their dating options would increase?
No. because here's the problem. Here's the problem with that.
I'm gonna let him finish, and then I'm gonna go next. And
Here goes the reason with that.
Agree with him.
That girl, when you approach her and you're a 4 and you're approaching at 5, you think that I'm doing good because I'm talking to her. But every day online, she's getting approached by 6, 7s, 8s. So she feels that even though you're talking to me, I don't need you, because women's currency is attention, and she's getting paid in full because she's getting all the attention. So you trying to talk to her just because you had a conversation with her, and she has that same conversation with 20 men every day who swipe right.
Okay, let me say this. So will we all agree that women are emotional?
Okay.
Of course.
Women are more emotional than men. So you think if that guy, him going up, approaching all of these like women over time, when you think, like at some point he would learn how to tap into a woman's emotions in order to get that emotion out of her that he won't, like
The
if he want to
problem
make
is it becomes instant gratification. And what you're talking about is a guy who has to talk, and then he has to try to finesse and get to know her based on his personality. Women want that instant gratification where it's, I want what I want at this moment. That's why if you ever look at those shows where it's like the ugly guy tries to talk to the girl, he's talking to her, and she doesn't turn around until she sees the car. That's the instant gratification. So him talking to her was the easy part. He couldn't get her because she needed that car to do it.
Well, I would say him talking to her, it becomes easy because, if he's approaching the X amount of women, he's slowly getting over his approach anxiety and all that. But I don't necessarily want to put myself in a situation because I'm definitely not a fucking 4. But if this dude, it was to do it enough, just by the law of averages, he would eventually get one.
Yeah, numbers game.
Exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I do understand what you're saying. If she's a 6, she's going to see herself as more attractive than this guy first and foremost, and then she's getting a bunch of attention online. Instant dopamine hits. That's another thing. That's putting him on the back burner, right? But I don't know. I just think that
here's how I'm going to agree with you, True Prodigy.
Yeah.
And this is what Darnell lacks. Women are attracted to confidence. So if you have that confidence to go up to a woman and you are the leader, because you can look into when a guy comes into a room, the way he walks, like when I walk, I put my shoulders back. I don't look down. I look up I take a man and look him straight in the eye. I shake him with a firm hand grip. Other women see that because other men start to respect you. And so you are not only getting respect from men, you're getting respect from women. And women see that aura around you and they want to be around you. The problem is with someone like Darnell, he does not have any self-confidence. And women eat that up because they can see that he's, and I'm sorry, Darnell, they can see that he's weak. And women do not approach or they do not like men who are weak. And they just, when you come off and you looking down at a woman and you stuttering over your words and you don't know what to say, that looks weak. You know, it's like the guy who has a friend come up to him like, hey, my friend over there would like to talk to you. What the fuck? Oh, why he over here talking to me?
Yeah, like this ain't
so
high
in that
school.
sense, I do think that by approaching a lot of women, if you got the thick skin and you learn from your mistakes, that you start to develop confidence and you start to see what works and you can build on that.
I wish I could hit the horn on that one. I can't hit the horn.
Honestly, guys, I think when you just don't give a fuck mentality, like fuck what people say or what people think, you just do you. Trust me, pussy will come. Pussy will come to you, man. And again, as men, we should always strive to be a better version of ourselves. Always. No matter what. But it's all mental thing, man. When you don't give a fuck, you just like, fuck it, man. I ain't got nothing to lose. Dog, pussy just come to you, man. It just comes that easy.
I want to tell you something.
Beginning of the show.
Not giving it, like telling the man not to give a fuck about a woman. Well, I don't necessarily want to say a woman, but like how a woman perceives him is like the hardest stuff, you know, because we innately like care about women in general. So a dude like saying or telling a dude not to give a fuck is something you have to like learn or whatever, or like build.
No, I'm gonna say this,
That's a
guys.
feminine trait, though. That is actually a feminine trait. If a man is worried about his self-appearance, men are supposed to be ruggedized. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
If a girl wants a pretty guy, he's a fuck boy. He ain't a man to her.
I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna say this. I'm a married man now. I'm a recently married guy. When Phyllis was here, thank you, man. When Phyllis was here, I was a little pudgy, you know. And Phyllis called me out and shit. And I was like, all right, cool. But when he left, I was like, fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna get my shit together, dog. So guess what, man, dude? I dropped almost 40 pounds. Straight boxing, dude. I'm lean. I'm still big, like broad, and I'm growing my beard out. Dude, my wife looks at me like, damn. It's like she knows every day at 4:30 a.m., 5 o'clock, I'm up going to the gym. She don't question shit. I'm growing the beard out because I'm just rugging it out. Dude, when we go out, I'm turning more heads now than before. And she loves that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just like she said, something about you just got that rawness in you. It just that lure, whatever.
Came out.
Yeah, dude. It's just like I don't give a fuck. It's like fuck, I ain't got nothing to lose. And that's alone. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we're not saying that's a problem with you. I'm just saying that's a problem with I should say younger men in society, guys like my age and younger, that it took you like a while to build yourself up to the point you're at now, you know, and you probably was at this point like in another point of your life or whatever. I don't know your life, but I'm just saying like now in my generation and like younger, like millennial and like Generation Z, it's like we don't care about going through any hardship in order to build ourselves as men. You know, everything like we're coddled, everything comes easy, you know, like we can access, you know, corn at like a really young age, you know, and you become addicted to it at a very early age to a point where I don't feel like I have to even go get women, you know, where I can just get that instant dopamine hit. I just realized something, like we both, men and women, get a lot of self, like instant gratification, you know, men through corn, right? Women through attention of social media and all this stuff, right? So, I mean, that's the problem on both ends. Women become delusional, you know, men become lazy. So, yeah, like that's pretty much the problem in a nutshell, man. Like, I don't know if it's ever going to change or whatever, but I do see it, and I do try to help. Like from the people around me to the people that I try to give my advice on the internet. I got some people reaching out to me asking, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I say this, guys.
Let me say this to Darnell. Darnell, there's a saying that says the man who says he can and the man who says he can't are both correct. And you live in a world where I think you say you can't and you give up. And I like to say what Kevin Rome said. He said, women like men that other women like too. So I bet that when Kanal goes out and this woman's looking good and she holding on to him, other women start to look at that. I know when we were walking down the belt line, the women start looking our way. They look at the women, they see you with a woman. Yeah, they like, well, he with this woman and she looking good.
Yeah, they was staring, boy.
Yeah. They remember we even had the dudes coming up complimenting us. Like,
bro,
man,
we had dudes coming up to us like, yo, man, no offense. Y'all, your women look good, bro. I was like, damn right, bro.
Yeah, he didn't say that to you, Kanal. He was like, I ain't gonna say that to you because he was like, he would have beat me up. He said, if I compliment him, he gonna fight me.
You gotta wear a passport bro shirt when you walk down the belt line, bro. With a baddie, you just gotta have a passport bro shirt on.
You know what? Just to piggyback what Phyllis said, it's true. We're walking with our ladies, man. Dudes, like people were staring at us, like sitting down. Dude came up to Phyllis, told him like, bro, you guys look good. Dude, that's how you gotta be, fellas, man. You just gotta like, yo, protect your shit.
Own the fucking room.
Own it, man. It's like fuck it. Like, dude didn't want to come to me because he saw in my face that he dude looks crazy. So I'm gonna go talk to the light skinned dude. He seems more friendly. So it's like, hey, it was just like, all right. But that's how it is, man.
So somebody like Darnell, man. I mean, I wouldn't normally give this advice, but it might be good for you to rent a chick. You rent a fine chick, go out, and you'll see the difference of how other women start to talk to you. Even if she becomes your mouthpiece, she goes somewhere like, oh yeah, I'm just with Darnell. He's so nice, but man, he's this. She becomes your mouthpiece, man. Because women want what other women have.
Yep.
So let me step in.
Why they dress? Women dress not to impress men. Women dress to impress other women.
Yeah,
right.
Go ahead, Globe Spinner.
I highly doubt that, Ron.
Would you guys agree? I think there's an echelon of women that are attracted to men that have other women. And so when you're upfront and you're honest and you tell them that you date casually or you have other women or you
some
date,
of them get angry.
Some of them, they view that as a challenge. And so I've had some women that you would think that would be a turnoff to them, but they actually still want to go out. They still want to spend time with you. So women will say whatever on social media. Oh, I want to date one man, but I can give you examples of women that know I have other women, and they still want to rock with me. They still want to spend time with me, not only in the foreign market but also in the U.S.
I think as men, we lie. What we'll say is when a woman says, well, when's the last relationship or when you date? We give some way number. I ain't been with nobody this. And we don't understand it. That actually makes us look unattractive.
Less desirable.
Right.
Yeah. When you say, well, when's your last relationship? Well, I went on a date yesterday. I'll be going on a date tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just what it is, And why you want to see me? Because I found you attractive and I find the other people attractive. And whoever the cream rises to the top. women will automatically start to compete with themselves.
D-word, you don't have to turn it into something racist, man. It wasn't the dark skinned folks look unfriendly and the like.
No, I mean, guys, look,
was friendly.
I'll say this: if you guys meet Phyllis in person, he has more of a friendly misdemeanor about him. He got a friendly approach to him. I don't. I don't. I have a look like, yo, listen, what the fuck you want? That's who I am. Now, when you get to know me, I'm smiling, buying drinks, have a good time. The Bacchus will tell you, but if you meet me initially, I have a look like don't fuck with me look, while Fearless is more the, hey, I'm your next door neighbor. Look at me, I'm going to talk to you. Smiling, it's like
he grew up with Leave It to Beaver.
That's that light skin.
Yeah, so it's like,
Y'all want to ask you guys something?
Go ahead, True.
I don't necessarily know if you. I don't necessarily know if you guys do this. Probably not. But do you guys look at FedEx Fearless and some of the guys that come up on his panel asking for advice?
No.
I've
Okay.
seen his. No, I've seen him. That's the guy that lived in Colombia, right? And he's
Yeah.
I've seen his channel.
Okay, so there's guys that come on his panel, like live on his panel, and ask him for advice. And recently, I ain't gonna go to every guy, but recently it was this guy, right? It was this fat, black, overweight dude. He was about 21 with glasses on and stuff. And FedEx was asking him, like, what's your problem? And he was telling him his issues, but I noticed what his problem was is like it's as soon as I seen him in his whole like demeanor and his appearance and stuff, right? But FedEx asked him, so he said, why aren't you in shape? Like, do you work out? Like you're too young not to be working out and stuff. And this dude said, I don't like to go to the gym because it hurt, and he literally said, I don't like to go to the gym because I don't want to feel pain from going to the gym. But then FedEx asked him, so have you ever experienced any type of hardship in your life whatsoever? And dude said, not really, no. And then he said, well, do you go out at all? He was like, well, not really. And then he said, what else did he say? So when was the last time you hooked up with a woman? He said, it's been a while. And he said, was it like natural? Like, did you pay? He was like, yeah, I paid. And he said, well, was the women even attractive that you paid for? He was like, no, not really. So this is our generation, right? This is our generation. This is like I said earlier, like people, like we're coddled, we don't like to go out and experience life, go through hardship in order to build ourselves up as men, the same way you guys did. So, I mean, that's the problem, man. Like, I'm glad I had my dad with me or whatever, so he could show me the ropes and stuff. Like, I guess that's why I have a slightly different approach towards game or whatever. It was somebody on the panel that, said that's not like the average thing. Maybe it's not the average but it's not the average experience, for the guy that's my age or younger. But I'm just saying, like, it don't really matter about my experience. It's about you going out, garnering your own experience in order for you to become the man you want to be. Like at some point, like you gonna have to like walk in negative 10 degrees snow, in order for you to get to your job,
But here's the thing: how many women are telling their sons to grab their fucking nuts and get their ass out the house? They're coddling.
None.
Right. Only another man will tell you.
I ain't gonna say none.
Only a man will tell you, son, go out there, grab your nuts, and get outside.
When you look at this,
I tell men that, and I try to even tell Darnell that. I say men are made in the valleys, not the peaks, brother.
When you look at the society, we hide behind digital media. It's like one day I was out with a friend of mine and we were having lunch with her son, and I saw two guys, all they were doing was behind their phones, not even having a conversation, or talking or anything like that. That's this generation. We hide behind, digital media when even just trying to meet women. They don't go out and just actually have a conversation and meeting women and talk to. That's the beauty of, me when I occasionally go out and do Lyft driving. I meet people, I have a conversation with them, I talk to them. Some of them people I've networked with. I have them on my LinkedIn page, and we talk about getting, they try to help me get new jobs and stuff like that, or just to communicate. But we initially started just by face-to-face communication. And a lot of this generation don't know how to do it because they think digital media is the easiest way. It's the way of doing things, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You a younger man on the panel. Have you ever met a girl, and she gives you her number, and then you call her, and she's like, "What the hell you calling me for? Like, you should be texting."
Hold on. Say it again.
You get her number and you call her.
Is she? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Why are you calling me when you should be texting me? Like, she'll rather text you than actually have a conversation with you.
Hold up. So is she giving? Am I giving her my number, or is she giving me her number?
However you get numbers, it's just y'all got each other's number.
Okay. However it happens. So have I ever had a situation where I call a woman and she say, "Why are you calling me?" Like I'd rather text or whatever. Normally when that happens, is they're like at work, or they're busy doing something to where they can't call me. But later on during the nighttime, then we'll be able to have that conversation. But I don't necessarily I deal with like younger women too, but not women too young. I'll say about 23 on up to like 35 ish. But I don't necessarily run across that. Like I like if it's a situation where I can talk to the woman, or I should say we can talk to each other, then we will talk to each other. But I've just never ran across a situation where I just called a woman. She was like, I don't talk to dudes on the phone. Like if she come at me like that, then I know she don't like me at all. Because why would you even give me your number if we're not even talking? Like if we go on a date, then I mean, we just gonna sit there and like read each other's mind and just look at each other? Like what the hell is going on? But
I've just seen it where women today, they don't know how to have a conversation. They know how
They're
to
awkward
text.
as well as the men are.
Yeah, they know how to text real good. But
that's true, because I see it at work all the time. It's like, can you give me a call? And the next thing you know, I get an email or a text, and it's like, I need context behind what you just text me. So
correct.
I have to.
No,
I tell people that all the time. You can read a text, and you can have the mindset the person's texting is angry, and they probably were not. So when you're reading it, the inference is whatever mood you're in is probably the way you're reading the text. If you heard me verbalize that same text, it would sound totally different than the way you interpret it just by reading it.
Exactly.
I want to say something right quick. Just context I forgot to add.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I apologize for this, but I don't necessarily, even when I don't like texting a lot. What I do, I send voice notes. I send a lot of voice notes. So let's just say if it's a situation where I want to get intimate with a chick, instead of texting the information, I just send it in a voice note. I'll say something sexy, smooth, seductive, and then I have her wanting to call me, or we're wanting to call each other. For the most part, right now, it is situations to where maybe she want to come over to like help me do something around the house, or she want to come over to kick it with me and my mom. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I say me and my sister. It's just a cordial, casual conversation. But I don't necessarily like talking to women on the phone just on some casual platonic stuff. I like to do that in person. So
let me ask the guys then. Have y'all ever went out on the
what
first
he just
date?
said was he's doing everything with purpose.
No, but
He's
have you
sitting there
guys
wasting his
ever
time.
gone, and this for the panel, have you ever gone on a first date with a woman that you never had a conversation with? Everything was set up by text.
I've never done that. Literally every even women online, all the women I've dealt with, I say 99.1%. I can't even think of that 0.1%, but 99.1% of the women I've dealt with, I always had a conversation over the phone first before we decided to take a date. Sometimes we never even made it to the date. She just came over to the crib, and sometimes she just never came over to the crib because nothing ever happened.
I say that. Well, okay, guys, I'm gonna share my experience. I'm not a big phone talker person. I'm not a big text person. I'm more of a face-to-face person. So when I was single, living in Miami, I lived in an area called Hollywood Beach, and I lived in downtown Hollywood. Literally, like across the street, it's all the bars. Like my apartment was literally across the street from all the bars and the clubs and everything. So when I meet a chick, I tell her, "Yo, listen, come through. Let's go grab a drink." I'm not gonna sit here and talk on the phone late at night. I'm not gonna text you. No, let's meet in person as soon as possible so we can feel each other. If there is a connection, then we'll continue the night on. If there's no connection, you know what? It was a pleasure meeting you. Go about your business. And that always worked for me. Like sitting down, texting back and forth, or talking on the phone. I ain't got time for that. Like if I meet a chick on Saturday, by Tuesday we're meeting up. By Tuesday and Wednesday, we're meeting up for drinks or cocktails, something. Because the thing is, I don't want to waste my time. It's like, yo, listen, there's no connection, you know what? But it was a pleasure speaking with you. Have a great day. And I think a lot of people missing that. People trying to make these dates so lavish, like you got to go out to a 5-star restaurant and shit. No, you just got to meet up.
Words between the two of you.
Yeah, you just got to. You guys as soon as you get the number, you got to set up that date, whatever it is, get to know each other in person, see where it goes. And you'd be amazed how many one night stands I had. Not even say one night stand, sex on the first night by meeting up on a Tuesday, on a fucking Monday, on a Tuesday. They're not weekend. Like, honestly, the most I had sex was on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because that was least expected. Because the thing is, they never thought, like, we're gelling. Like, we having a good time with each other. Guess what? My apartment's right here. You can see the building right there.
Hey, Uncle Guns, my Cash App is down, bro.
So, I mean, guys, you don't have to, like, do the phone talk, text talk. Look, if you find someone on a Saturday, try to schedule a date by Monday, Tuesday.
I would say that's like the ultimate goal.
It should be.
Yeah.
I don't like to waste
that's the
time.
goal.
I know that people waste time doing months of talking, and then you meet them, and you're like, man, I just spent months talking to you, and we ain't even got this chemistry together. I don't like to spend that time, sharing intimate information or something about myself, without actually meeting you.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's been times where I was tricking off on the phone, spending hours and hours and hours and hours talking on the phone, and we never met up. I'm not gonna say that didn't happen, but I mean the goal is to not really do any of that, and just get straight to what you're trying to do, But
well, okay, wait,
go
Prodigy.
ahead. Go ahead, man.
The goal is to sleep, but my goal is to get to know you. And if I'm feeling you, dude, the sex gonna be amazing. That's me. So it's really my goal is like, all right, I want to know how soon can I get to know you and decide whether or not if I want to fuck with you.
Shit. Yep.
I spend hours on the phone.
I can't be on that phone.
What'd you say? No, I spent hours on the phone, but we was having phone sex, man. I ain't meet him, but shit, we was having that phone sex.
Let me tell you, by the time I get done on a phone call, when we meet, it's on site.
Yeah.
I done flipped their brain so much by painting pictures with my words that by the time we meet,
I ain't got time for all that, man, dude. I mean, let's meet up. And the thing is, dude, I used to be a bartender, so I used to always have drinks. I used to make all these martinis and shit. So lucky for me, every city that I lived, I stayed right in the mix of things. So really, you come to my place, dude. I got restaurants, bars, lounge, dude. Wherever you want to go, let's go. And trust me, if things turn positive, dude, my apartment is just 500 yards from here. We could just walk.
Hey,
everything
set up.
It's
already
easy
and convenient.
I had a bar. I had a bar downstairs from where I lived. My condo was right on top, so I'll just hang out at the bar. Somebody will just walk in just to chill or whatever, buy them a drink, talk, shoot the shit. Hey, we can just go 2 flights upstairs and get it in.
Hanging fruit thing, man. What the hell you doing, bro?
Hey.
I'm just saying for the guys, you don't need to rely on social media, text, or calls. Sometimes, man, a woman will like when you take initiative and schedule the shit out early. Like, hey, listen, I want to see you Monday. I want to see you Tuesday. If you got to wait a whole damn 2 weeks to meet somebody, that's shit is gone.
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's like bullshit, man. Because trust me, a chick already knows within 5 minutes whether or not she's gonna fuck with you or not.
Before she even gave you the number, she knows. She ain't gonna waste her time.
And that's overseas. Overseas is easy. It's too fucking easy overseas. It's just like, hey.
What you mean is easy? Like as soon as you walk outside, is like it's on and popping. Like,
I mean, the thing about
that day, it's over.
Well, the thing is, overseas, people see sex as casual thing. They don't see it like in the States. You try to make it more like a sacred thing. Overseas, like, dude, if a chick's feeling you, she's feeling you. Like, yo, she probably started fucking when she was 13 already. So it's like, yo, and the thing is, like, if you meet a chick that's into you overseas, she already knows that she gonna sleep with you, bro.
So what you saying is overseas, like most of the population, like don't pedestalize sex, men and women, because it's very easily accessible, right?
Correct.
And that's the problem here. Women, they don't necessarily do it and men like some men and most men do, some men don't. The some men that don't are like the alphas, the select men, and all these different
I
things.
mean,
And most of go ahead.
no, I'm gonna say, global spinning. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, do you agree or disagree?
So I agree. I remember a few years back I dated a young lady that was in Brazil. And so she explained to me a lot of the men abroad don't do the stuff that we do here in the United States. So she gave me an example of a Brazilian guy that she used to date. She told me that this guy was an average guy, wasn't that attractive. She lived in the northeast coast of Brazil, a place called San Luis, Maranhão. And so she was telling me that this guy had a roster of women, and he was an average looking guy in Brazil. And so when you look at the foreign market of dating, we simp to a whole nother level here in the United States and in
We
Europe.
got that money.
And, right. And but the thing is that I'm not talking about like what you guys were talking about earlier about simping, taking care of your woman. I don't consider that really simping, taking care of your woman.
Exactly.
I'm talking about if you have not built that rapport with that woman, she's not into you, and you're doing all this extra stuff, and you haven't even been on a date with her, you haven't slept with her, and you're doing all that. To me, that's simping. And so, if Brazilian men and Colombian men do very little to get a woman, and they have a roster of women, why are we doing all this extra stuff just to prove? I think men dictate the culture. And I think, and I always say we shouldn't get too heavy on black men because, yeah, we see some of the stuff that they do abroad, but white men from Europe, they do way more stuff than we do. You know what I'm saying? I know, for example, right now in Colombia, at least when I went my last trip about a week ago, there's like 3 or 4 white men in European countries that are flying out chicas to those countries. You know what I'm saying? Switzerland, Amsterdam.
I heard the French
You know
were
what I'm
the
saying?
worst with that.
Yeah. So they
Frenchmen.
do way more stuff. They use their money way more. And I think, yeah, it's a component of social media that has messed up the dating market. But I think us in the West, we've messed it up too as well. Because men in foreign markets, they don't do half the stuff we do for their woman. And I agree with what somebody said earlier. They laugh at what we do here.
That's like that,
And
yeah.
so I just think that we're doing too much to get their attention. And I think Black Men Travel, you said it a ways back. If we can't go off on a coffee date just to talk and chat, I don't even know if I like you. If we can't have a simple, inexpensive date, I don't even want to go any further than that because I'm not going to take you on a $200, $300, $400 date if I don't even know if I like you. And so this point of social media encouraging guys to spend, I think in Atlanta, Miami, and New York, $300 to $500 on a date, that is asinine. You know what I'm saying? We've taken this to the point to where we've made women more delusional that now that's the expectation. And I just disagree with it,
I want to ask you guys a question. I know what the answer is going to be, but I'm going to ask it anyway, right? So, would you guys pay $200 to get a woman's information?
No.
Even if she was like the most attractive women in the area.
I don't care who she is. I don't care if she was a 10. No.
And that's the problem. That's what Global's. What's his name? Spinner. That's what he said earlier. Like we just doing too much to get these women attention. Like this woman was comfortable enough to tell me that information. And that's just one example. But I'm saying, like, honestly, I didn't know it was like that either. Like, I didn't know that women in Brazil or just in other countries have like a low not an expectation, but they don't put sex on a pedestal, right? So I mean, if it's that easy, that's why I think Austin Holloman had a lot of success in Brazil. Shout out to Austin Holloman. But
I don't think that I don't
have success like that, bro.
so I don't think that they don't put sex on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're way more sexual than we are. But I think the fact is that they weigh themselves. So a woman that might be a 7 or 8 in Brazil, she may think that she's a 5 or a 4. Whereas a woman that's here in the United States that's a 5 or a 4, she may think that she's a 9 or a 10. And so I think that because there are more fit, friendly, and attractive women in those countries, women kind of weigh themselves lower than what they actually are. But I just think that, you know, women here, they feel like they can't compete. They don't need to compete. It's too many guys in their DMs sending them money, cash apping them. Why do they need to compete? We did that. So we got to blame ourselves for that.
Thank you.
I agree.
Finally,
I agree.
hold up. Finally, somebody is addressing the problem. It's
I agree.
us. As much as you want to blame the women, it's really us. We caused it.
Mm-hmm.
We caused this whole fuck shit environment, man. We did it. So, like, really, it's what it is. The thing is, most women overseas, they know they got to compete. Women here feel like they feel like they don't have to compete. But the sad thing is, when they don't compete, they lose.
Mm-hmm.
They by themselves with cats, dogs, whatever.
Yeah, they think they can just, you know.
But the whole thing is, they
keep
convince
themselves in a
themselves they're
race
still
longer
winning
than
in that
valuable.
mode.
Say it again, Ronnie.
I said, but at the same time, they think they're winning in that mode of being alone and dying alone with a cat. Well, I've held true to my morals. No, chick, you talked yourself right out of a decent dude.
I think that's delusion too.
Well,
And
I think there's a thing. I don't know if it's a story where there's a 6-story building, and the women come in and they're told each level has a different type of dude.
I know.
So as they progressed up the elevator and went to each level, the dudes were getting better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
So on the 5th floor, the ultimate dude, 6 foot, full of money, wealthy as fuck, everything a woman would ever desire. Instead of her being happy on the 5th floor, you know what she did? She went to the 6th. And on the 6th, it wasn't shit.
Going up as high as she can go to get the most
Just
reward.
always pushing the fucking limits.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, honestly, I think we didn't touched on Dan every point that we can touch on. Like, I didn't spoke about my generation, like the millennials and, you know, the Generation Z or whatever, like our situation. Honestly, I think it's us, like our generation. Like, we're the ones that's pushing this forward because, you know, like we got the streamers and all the popular influencers. You know, they're the people that's simping for these women. You know, I mean, you got the older dudes doing it too, but I think it's more prevalent, you know, with the younger generation. So it's like the saying, Ronnie. What was the saying? Hold on, I'm trying to remember what it was. And this saying is gonna make perfect sense. With each generation, it's like every man get weaker, like with each generation or whatever.
Oh, that speech that one guy gave at graduation. I think Spinner, you might know this. There was a man that was speaking at a commencement of I think high school or college. And he was talking about how his grandfather walked to work, and then his his father rode a buggy or barely had a car. Then he's driving a better car. His kids will drive one. But after a while, each generation gets weaker and weaker, and it recycles itself because nobody knows what it took to struggle.
Right. Yeah, there's a similar story about how the country of United Emirates was created, Dubai. If you look at that story, a lot of those men that was 40 and 50 years ago, those guys were like in the desert. They were sheep herders. You know what I'm saying? Before they developed oil in that region. And so I think it was a story. You probably can look it up online, but it was saying that how each generation gets weaker because, you know, those 2 or 3 generations ago, you know, these guys they didn't have Benz or Bentleys or any of that. They were sheep herders. And so when they developed that modern culture of Dubai, each generation, I think that's why the problem in Dubai is that they import more people than they do anything. So they're workers, they're engineers, they're IT people, they're teachers. They import them, and they're service workers, because the younger generation of people that are from that region don't really want to do those jobs, and because they were born into wealth. And so I do agree. I think each generation, if you're born into a certain type of lifestyle or wealth, you don't have a desire to want to go out there and get it yourself. And so you're always going to have some people that are independent, and they're anomalies that go against the grain. But the majority of the people are not going to want to do that. And I really don't know how to fix. I have a daughter that's a Generation Z, and it's so much different than my generation, than Generation X. I said we were the last generation of people that were coming into technology. We didn't have social media,
Right.
but we were the last kids that stayed out till the lights came on. We were the last kids. And so I tell the story all the time to my daughter. She's 19. Is that her generation? They all want to be social media or YouTube stars. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go out there. Anytime they meet any kind of adversity, it's like a life crisis. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know how to fix that, because I want to say your generation, you might be an anomaly. You might be a unicorn. It's not too many young guys that know how to socially connect, not only with other women, but even with guys his own
With
peers.
other guys, right?
Yeah. So
Well,
And
I
this was,
think it's.
go ahead.
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, I think Black Man Travels has a point, and some of the other gentlemen that yes, it is partially us as men, but I think it goes both ways. I think it's a combination of us as men and advances in technology. Okay, and the reason I say that, I mean, I think we've all admitted that yes, women have more access to men anywhere in the world. I think we all can admit that, and
Right.
yes, we can all admit that you do have men that do have this scarcity uh, mindset, and yes, there are men out there that are, thanks to video games again, but again, that's technology, prawn on the internet, things of that nature. There, a lot of men are becoming less social. So again, you can still blame technology for it. There is an argument to be um, made there, but the thing is that you guys just played clips from Kevin Samuels, right? If everything was all fine, hunky dory, Kevin Samuels would not have existed, or at least not his channel. It never would have existed.
Not in its way,
You know,
yeah. Not the way it was.
fresh,
Yeah.
fresh and fit would not have existed. Take any red pill manosphere content. This has been a problem at going back at least 20. I want to say 20, possibly even 30 years. The first group that I recall, and I read the book from Neil Strauss, was damn, I forget the name of that book. I have a copy of it too. The pickup artist. I think it's called The Pickup Artist. Life of the Secret Society of Pickup Artists, or something like that, by Neil Strauss, where men literally were trying to join clubs and this and that. I mean, all of them were lacking something. All of them wanted to be better with women, and they all, what's his name, Mystery. Mystery was a real person. He was on. He had a show on MTV at one time, but he literally just started teaching people the game. Started doing all these classes and courses. Next thing um, men were learning the game, and but there's always been that problem, I think, for it going on 30 years. And are you guys, and you guys are correct too that we are getting weaker. There's actually a law or a rule. I forget the name of the of the law, but someone came up with a law that states that over the course of time, a product gets worse and worse and worse, you know, over the course of time. So, like, have you ever noticed, you know, certain things don't, you know, certain restaurants you may have gone to, they don't taste as good as they used to, you know? Um, the thing with McDonald's fries, anybody remember McDonald's French fries back in the day? You know, those
Yeah.
are real good, really good. But you can taste it. Oh, KFC, when they stopped putting fucking trans fats in there, you know, you can definitely tell the difference between KFC from 30 years ago to today. It does not taste the same.
I heard the
know?
meat was different. Like the meat, the McDonald's meat was different. It was like beef talon or something like that, right?
I wouldn't be
Like
surprised.
I think the meat was healthier. Like back in like the early the advent of McDonald's, you know, when it was formed or whatever, the meat was healthier. But now you know the meat is way more unhealthy. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause
like
they feed
everything
them
devalues
grains,
over time. So yeah.
they feed the cattle grains and different things like that to fatten them up right before they process them, and and they don't grass feed them. That's why it's very important to look at the way the cow is raised and fed.
I'm going to interject something. So, just to add to what Darnell is saying, real quick, even the chicken abroad, like if you go look a drumstick or a chicken wing abroad, it's a hell of a lot smaller than the chicken that we eat in the United States.
But it tastes better though, don't it?
Yeah,
it tastes a whole lot better, you know. But you know, that's the thing, and I just want to bring it back to the topic when it comes to us as men. Like, I mean, somebody should do like an IRL stream. You know, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a streamer, but one of you guys that are streamers, go out there, right, and find out how many men that are Gen Zers that know how to change a tire. I'm willing to bet the results will shock you.
It was something like even a rotary phone. They put kids in front of a rotary phone and said, make a call. They couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy though. I didn't change my first tire until I was like 21, 22, I think.
But you knew how to do it though, didn't you?
I didn't. I know. I didn't know how to do it. I first did it when I was 21, 22. That was about 10 years ago, roughly about 10, 12 years ago. Not about 10, about 10 or 11 years ago. So yeah, I mean that's the problem. Like, granted, it was a sip. Now I've never had to do that, you know, or I was never, or it was never a situation to where we had to do that, you know, because I guess my dad was always on point. But when I did it myself. I didn't like have nobody show me how to do it or nothing. I just had figured it out on my own, you know, just going on YouTube and stuff like that. So I didn't have nobody to guide me or to show me how to do it, you know, and I guess that in a way made me stronger, you know, but yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Like that goes back, like that's something you should learn how to do when you're in your when you're in your early teens, you know. So
yeah. My father taught me how to change a tire. He taught me how to do brakes, taught me how to check my oil, you know, how to check my radiator, you know, make sure my radiator's working. I mean, my father taught me all this stuff, you know. He wanted, you know, as a teenager, you know, even though I didn't want to learn it, you know, I just say, oh, well, Dad, I'll just take it to a professional, like a dumbass, you know. And he said, no, son, you need to learn this, you know. And so the type of men, we're not men anymore. Because why? You can call what's the AAA? You can call AAA. You know what I'm saying? They come change the tire for your battery dies or whatever. They come give you a new battery, you know, whatever have you. You know, men aren't men anymore. And then also, I want to also bring up the culture. The culture is also, to me, it's almost like destroying masculinity. You know, it's almost like it's like being a crime to be masculine now. I mean, just look at how the Me Too movement. You know, I'm not gonna say. I'm pretty sure it started out as legit, similar to Black Lives Matter. It started out legit, but then you had certain bad actors. Got to a point, men didn't want to approach women anymore. You know, As soon as you say hello, oh my God, you're a creep and all this other shit. We all seen videos on TikTok of these women, going to the gym, right? Trying to do these little exposed videos. They're, dressed like a thirst trap, not really working out, and then start yelling at some poor guy who's just getting his workout on. Just for clicks and views.
Man,
it's kind of like. Go ahead.
Here's the phrase that everybody we're stumbling over. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men.
Yep,
Weak
that was
men
the phrase.
create hard times.
Yep. Yeah, that was that was the phrase, man.
But but like I said, I was just saying I do believe it's a combination of both. I mean, yeah. Like I said, I agree with you guys that you do have weaker men that are I hate to use the term, but incels that don't like the antisocial incels. But again, technology, like I said, men are becoming obsolete. Real men, you don't need them anymore, I guess.
Well, I believe I think it's a little, I don't know if I want to say, I think it's a lot deeper than what we think it is. I think it's actually an agenda to make man weaker,
That's what I said. They're trying to the war on masculinity.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's an agenda for that. Like I found out, I don't know if you guys know this. This is on some. I don't even think it's conspiracy. It's actually a fact. A lot of the canned goods are like laced with synthetic estrogen. So, and I don't know. It's like a lot of small things in society is hitting that masculinity to make us weaker. So. And it was another thing I seen, right? It was I don't know if you guys know about that Las Vegas sphere.
Yeah.
And that Las Vegas sphere. Now this is on now I'm gonna say this, and take what I say with a grain of salt, whatever. It could be on some conspiracy type stuff, but in that Las Vegas sphere, when it was flashing all those images or whatever, in that sphere, it said social media is like the Antichrist or something. It was weird, I was like, I seen it, I was like, I don't really know about all that, but it's like when I see how things are, how society is moving, I gotta consider that, a lot of people look at social media and think everything that's happening on the internet is real, like don't approach women at the gym, because you can get Me Too, or you can get exposed, or you can get humiliated and embarrassed. When I've done it dozens and dozens and dozens of times, in different states, and that's never happened to me. I don't know. It's like a lot of people. I get comments on my videos, dudes be, saying this stuff. I'm like, bro, don't listen, don't go off of what the internet is saying. Go out and experience life for yourself and see what's real to you. Like that's not really an objective stance on it, So like if like what are the odds of you going out, approaching a woman and she's like doing some Me Too type shit, or she's trying to humiliate you and curse you out or embarrass you? Like of course you can get rejected. We all know that, but come on, man. It's not as serious, as you make as people making it out to be. But yeah.
Right, but I mean, you're right that the chances are very low. However, it's kind of like okay, Chicago has a pretty high unalive rate, right? But the thing is that I believe it's maybe 2 people a day in a city full of has 2 million around 2 million people, and you're only losing 2 people a day.
Hey guys, we're gonna have to kind of cut this down. We're already into the 3rd hour, and
okay.
I know Kunal has to get up and go work out. He's that dedicated now to the boxing and the working out and the strength training and all that. So
Alright.
And then we had a whole 8-hour live yesterday between me and Fearless. You see where
Dang,
Fearless
8 hours?
he's gone. Yeah, we
No,
were.
I think I seen some of it. I think I
Yeah,
seen some of
it
it.
was
Yeah.
down there 8 hours yesterday. So I'm pushing 10, 12 hours myself. So I appreciate you guys joining the panel on this live. Obviously it was a great conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, some of the other things we were talking about, you guys just brought up, beside for that quote, is the comfort zone effect. With fewer hardships, children may develop the may not develop the mental toughness or work ethic needed to negate life's inevitable difficulties. So the more comfortable a child is raised, they don't know how to recover when it gets tough again. And then the other one is the adversity versus resilience. Struggle often fosters resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skills. When family achieves wealth or technological advancement, the environment for younger generations may lack significant challenges, reducing opportunities to develop resilience. So again, another angle of why, as each generation grows, they're less likely to want to go out and challenge themselves. They're more likely to want to sit in their basement and be incels and black pillars and not challenge themselves worldwide and go outside. That's the whole point of anybody listening on the replay. Make your kids go outside.
Yeah, I'm wrong. You need to clip that and make that a short, man.
You know, so
I don't really have nothing to say on that one. You got it.
Use it. That's you talking to younger people than we are. That's why I brought you in here.
Yeah, man. But I ain't really got nothing else, man. I appreciate y'all for bringing me up, and all happy I could chime in and add some value.
Appreciate you always coming in. Definitely.
For sure, man. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
All right, now. Darnell, you got any closing words real quick?
Oh, no, just closing words. But let me go ahead and pull that knife out of my back from Fearless.
Yeah, he was giving you the hammer today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all good, though. But I just wanted to say, I was kind of holding my tongue on. I just wanted to say, it's not a case of, hey, I'm afraid to go out or anything like that. The truth is, I got older. As I was talking with somebody in the chat, I can't remember his name, but he lives up in Seattle. I was stationed at Fort Lewis, and we were talking about how much you spend. According to him, nowadays you spending $150, before you even get in. They get in the club, parking, door fee. You don't spend $150.
Right.
He ain't even bought the woman a drink yet. Things of that nature. I just come to the conclusion that going out to the bars, the nightclubs, is a waste of time. Don't forget, I also went to rehab earlier this year.
Right.
So,
Well, clubs isn't the best way to meet a good woman anyway.
Right.
So that's a young
Well, I
man's
found-
game. You talking about guys our age? We should be up in the club, man.
I mean, to me, it's a big waste of money, overpriced drinks, parking.
Used to
and
be
then
places
you
like
got-
Canal said, Afrotech.
Yeah.
You're getting a
that's a solution.
sophisticated, nerdy woman that will probably, if you're the right looking guy, will just fall all over you.
I'm gonna say this, guys. You guys look. Some of the best sex were with nerdy women.
Oh, I understand. Best believe. I came
Listen,
from that area.
don't fall for that raunchy, all in your face type of like sex gimmick,
Golf
dude. Some of the best, some of the
Cosplay
best
chicks.
No, I'm
nerdy
gonna say this.
chicks.
Listen, some of the best head, some of the best sex I ever had were with nerd chicks, man. Look, I'm gonna tell you this right now, y'all. Man, listen, man. I'll take a
sleeping on
nerd
'em.
chick. I'll take a nerd chick any day over some chick that's all showing her ass. Fuck all that
Facts.
shit, man.
Facts. And with that word, we're going to close it down. We appreciate everybody coming in. We're going to leave it just like that on Pop the Balloon Show. It's actually a very good show. It was very entertaining. We appreciate you guys joining in. Definitely appreciate all the support with the super chats. Darnell and your boy Brandon, were the highlights of the two sponsors of the show. Appreciate you, D Ward, always coming through, True Prodigy, Passport Blueprint, and everybody else that contributed either in conversation or super chats. We really appreciate you guys.
Facts.
So with
Appreciate
that,
it, man.
we're going to close it down. It's not even Friday night. It's now Saturday morning. And you guys have a good day, whatever you plan on doing. Hopefully you have a nice sunny day tomorrow or today. And we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, I got to go pick up drunks.
Yeah. Oh, you're still working tonight?
Yeah, the bars are getting ready to close.
See, that's Phoenix for you. Miami, we close at 5, 6 a.m.
How do you run the outro?
I don't know.
Never done the outro.
It's all
I
good,
just
man.
push it.
They told me, a newborn king to see.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle bells,
Yeah.
jingle bells,
Yeah, juju
jingle
on that, juju
all
on that,
the way.
juju on that beat. Now
Oh,
slide,
what
drop,
fun it
hit them
is
for
to
the
ride in a one. They told me,
Yeah.
a newborn king to see.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle bells,
Yeah.
jingle bells,
Yeah, juju
jingle
on that, juju
all
on that,
the way.
juju on that beat. Now
Oh,
slide,
what
drop,
fun it
hit them
is
for
to
the
ride in a
Don't
one-horse
stop.
open sleigh.
Don't stop.
Hey, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the field we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a. I've been down so long, you look like jingle bells. They look jingle bells. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Deck the house with bells of holly. La 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 la.
Cut it,
La la
cut it,
la.
cut it.
Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La la la.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That girl is a real crowd pleaser.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. So Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, they told me,